winter break, so here just filling in for the next couple of meetings. Craig will be back in September. Yeah, a couple of bites of the cherry tonight, Matt, in terms of those later races with those $40,000 injections into the pick six tonight and also into the TAB quaddie. In terms of the pick six, the first leg tonight, Aliante is going to be pretty tough to roll in that particular race, and it'll be pretty short in the first leg tonight, race number 5 on the program. It'll complete our early quaddie 2. So looking for something a wee bit different in terms of the best bet tonight. Like Zach Maguire, we'll talk to Ray Green throughout the evening. I think Zach Maguire can step up and make it 3 on the trot a wee bit later on this evening. And also some good chances for Ray Green in the first couple of races, which will certainly be the more competitive races through the early quaddie tonight. The later races, and especially the final 2 races, which are a maiden pace and a maiden trot, well, they're going to be pretty difficult races later on, but the more competitive races early on tonight. Spring Campaign certainly can win the race number 1, but just a couple of threats maybe to it, so I put it in for a place in terms of the multi tonight into Aliante. That should be to win the race a wee bit later on. Harry Soul to place. It's a big ask off the 45 metres to win that race. We will see One Over the Moon resume 2 off the 45 in race 6 tonight, and then Zach Maguire to win. So there we go, Spring Campaign to place just to get us through that first leg. Aliante can certainly win race number 5 tonight, an anchor in the early quaddie, and also the first leg of pick 6 if you want to have a look at that. 3.5 minutes away from the first race tonight. As Matt mentioned, it's the He's Watching at Alabar, Tenders Close, 2nd of September. Mobile pace over the 2,200 metres. Spring Campaign opened at $2.80 last night with the bookmakers, into $2.30 and $1.14 now. Bit of money coming for it. Lincoln Superstar, the stablemate, Ray Green, he's had a great start to the season. Same with Andre Potama, who takes the drive on Lincoln Superstar. It's at $7.50. 9 Rory McIlroy had some big support at its first start at the last meeting here on the 22nd. Ran 7th. Has the removable deafeners on as it has its second start, and it's also in single figures for the first. So Ray Green, good chances here in the first, and also good chances in race number 2 tonight. I caught up with him firstly to talk about the runners in race number 1. Spring Campaign won a workout last Saturday by a couple and gets the luck of the draw tonight.
Yeah, it all looks good for him on paper, but to be fair, he's been in that situation before. I think he's been favourite every time he lined up, and he's disappointed us. But he's certainly trialled really well Saturday, and really he should win. But yeah.
And your other one, Lincoln Superstar, start number 10 tonight off the back of a workout last Saturday. What were your impressions of that?
Look, she's honest as they come. She's never gone a bad race. She probably lacks a little yard of speed to be a really nice horse, but I can't see her really winning this, but she could roll into a place.
So a place chance for Lincoln Superstar in Spring Campaign, expecting the horse to again perform well, the colt by Courage Under Fire, who was the workout winner by 2 here last weekend or at the Franklin Workouts. The horse that ran second at last weekend's workouts to Spring Campaign is number 11 here, Naylor, who was first up. Maybe it might need one more run in terms of winning the race, but it's got a lot of support here tonight. Opened at $5 last night into $4.80 now with the bookmakers. One maybe to not leave out of your exotics in race number 1 tonight. We'll head upstairs to our race caller at the top of the main grandstand here at Alexandra Park and say good evening to Aaron White.
Yeah, good evening to you, Mark. Evening, everybody. Looking forward to the start of the 2016-17 season here. A 10-race program, $40,000 fast-track pick 6 attached to the card tonight in the opener 1 Spring Campaign. Comes up with the right draw. And Zach Butcher, Ray Green, as we heard there from Ray, was a very good trial winner last Saturday. Major player from the draw, 11 Naylor. Always had a bit of time for this bettor's delight. Gelding, his debut second, was very brave. He's been given a freshen up now. Maurice McKendry will take a line through the Magic Man. He would have had the choice between Naylor or Shield Maiden. He's gone the way of the gelding by Bettor's Delight, so we will soon. 3 Happy Magic, one in Australasian Breeders' Crown Heat down at Cambridge after a good bold third fresh up here back on the 1st of July. Joshua Dickey. The best best of the drawn Steve Telfer, Chris Garlick runners, and Up All Night. She's a filly going the right way. The Rock and Roll Heaven filly debuted with a good second in that same race that Happy Magic was in. Just with the a draw advantage, Happy Magic gets the advantage of getting in front of Up All Night here in the selections in the first J. Benathi. But tidy race to open the night here, Mark. He's watching at Alabar Tender closes the 2nd of September. My bet of the night, we're going to go with Cool Cobber in race number 6. I thought his fresh up run was very good. The 2,700 metres will suit him down to the ground tonight. So all over Cool Cobber in race 6. If you like one at bigger odds, maybe have a look at Majestic Gal in race number 8. Make sure you have her covered in your fast track pick 6 tonight.
Thank you, Aaron, and they'll move up shortly here for race number 1 tonight. First meeting of the new season here at Alexandra Park, so it does see the new minimum owners and trainers payments coming into effect here at the park, where every horse will be guaranteed to earn a minimum of $250 for its owners and $150.
Machine Guns and Gems comes forward. Eyebrow and Runkle, followed up by Lincoln Superstar. Happy Magic to run out of barrier 3, and they're followed then by Booming Jet, and Spring Campaign is drawn down on the inside. Second row draws, Rory McIlroy, Shield Maiden, Naylor and Up All Night. Yeah, thank you, Mark. And the runners for the opening event for the new season at Alexandra Park make a nice line in behind the Alabar arm here for the He's Watching at Alabar. Tender closes the 2nd of September. Into the lane they come. 2 1/4 laps under the ribbon of light. Green light is up and they're off and pacing. And race favourite Spring Campaign off the inside out nicely. Happy Magic. Rory McIlroy with the favourite beginning well. Has got the nice run through from the second line. Shield Maiden galloped on the second row. She's going back to last. Lincoln Superstar sits park. Runkle out 3 wide as they work the stables corner. Back on the inside then to Booming Jet. Between runners Happy Magic, and they're followed by Naylor. Out wider on the track Machine Guns and Gems. Back on the inside Shield Maiden as they turn up into the back straight. Up All Night's back in the field, as to is Eyelash, the debutante, and back with that is Check-In. So through the back they go. Spring Campaign with Zach Butcher aboard leads. Runkle striding forward out 3 to get to the chair. Back on the inside Rory McIlroy. Lincoln Superstar now 1-1 cover. Booming Jet back on the inside. Machine Guns and Gems comes forward out 3. 44 and 6 was the lead. Timers are about to turn off the back. They're followed then by Happy Magic. Back on the inside Shield Maiden, in its stablemate Naylor's in the running line for the Magic Man Morris McKendry. Eyelash back in the field with Up All Night, and Check-In back last as they sweep across the showgrounds turn and about to work into the lane again. A lap and a quarter left to go, and the He's Watching at Alabar Tender closes the 2nd of September in the opening quarter in 30.9 where it is. Spring Campaign, the Courage Under Fire 3-year-old leading Machine Guns and Gems, and Rory McIlroy and the Chief David Butcher's had that lovely gun run in the trail, and 1-1 now to Runkle. Booming Jet 3 back on the inside as they make the turn out of the home straight. Then Lincoln Superstar. Shield Maiden's back in the field, as too is Happy Magic. Back on the inside to Eyelash, followed by Naylor, who's back third last. 2 behind him, the stablemates Up All Night and Check-In. 800 metres left to go now. Shield Maiden's galloped again there. They work into the back. 31 and 1 was the next quarter. Spring Campaign leads by a length. Machine Guns and Gems and Rory McIlroy Runkle. Back on the inside, Booming Jet there, followed Lincoln Superstar. Coming forward is Naylor out 3 wide. Back on the inside to Eyelash there, followed then by back in the field Happy Magic. Back there too was Check-In, and Up All Night. 400 to go. Spring Campaign travels nicely. Back straight quarter 29.2. Leads 3/4 Machine Guns and Gems. Back on the inside then is Rory McIlroy. Here's Lincoln Superstar starting her run. Further back is Runkle. Homeward bound, and Spring Campaign slips away a couple. Lincoln Superstar down the outside then is Happy Magic. They're followed by Booming Jet and Runkle. 100 to go. Spring Campaign, Lincoln Superstar tries hard. Spring Campaign, Lincoln Superstar, and it's a Ray Green Quinella to open the night, but Spring Campaign and Zach Butcher to get the job done over Lincoln Superstar, Rory McIlroy. They were followed by Happy Magic, Booming Jet and Runkle. Further back in the field, Check-In. Didn't see what Naylor did across the top. He may have paced roughly there. He's finished back in the field with Up All Night. Back there too was Machine Guns and Gems and Shield Maiden. 243.9. Final quarter 27.9. Lovely Zach Butcher, a drive, front-running drive all the way, gets the prize in the first spring campaign. Breaks his maiden tonight in good fashion. Lincoln Superstar tried hard for Andre Potama. And after getting the gun run, Rory McIlroy will get third in front of Happy Magic to make up the first four in the He's Watching at Alabar. Tender closes the 2nd of September, mobile pace.
Official placings race 1. He's Watching at Alabar. Tender closes on the 2nd of September, mobile pace. 149325. 149325. Horse 1, spring campaign, paced the 2200 metres in 243.95. Mile rate of 159.9. Last 857.1. The 427.9. The margins are half neck, 2.5 lengths are half neck. 149325. All official race 1. He's Watching at Alabar. Tender closing on the 2nd of September, mobile pace.
First call of the night from Judge Graham McLennan goes the way of the favourite spring campaign raced by Lincoln Farms Limited. XL Syndicate, D. James, MJ Brereton, KJ Bell, S. Beckett, JR Dias and BP Rabbit. Congratulations to you in one at start 6. Courage Under Fire, Brown, 3-year-old colt out of Spring Thor. Ray Green trained at Pukekohe and Zach Butcher. Back at the head of the field was bred by Mrs. J.M. Davey along with the PT and DJ Cummins. David Turner, race night steward of the Auckland Trotting Club, down there part of the Victory Celebration spring campaign. And gets his season off to the right start. As to Lincoln Farms with the Quinella with Lincoln Superstar, number 4, Mark 3, Claire de Lune, 3-year-old bay filly. Lincoln Farms Limited, R.G. Fleming, Mrs. S.B. Fleming, R. Flood, Mrs. S. Flood, R.W. Green and I.A. Middleton, the owners. Ray Green trained at Pookie, Andre Potama. And 9, Rory McIlroy, the Grin from Ear to Ear, 3-year-old bay colt out of River Tango for a third, raced by Mrs. BK along with W.P. Fleming, KJ Moore and MJ Donahue. Willie Fleming trained at Harwarup and David Butcher. Totes in the opener, number 1 spring campaign, $2.40 and $1.50, $2.41.50. 4 Lincoln Superstar, $2.40, $2.40. At 9 Rory McIlroy, $2.10. The Quinella returns $9 even, 9 even. The trifecta $77.70, $77.70. And the 1, 4, 9 and 3 first 4, $291.90, $291.90. Second on the card tonight, the Alabar Mobile Pace, 2,200 metres to open the early quaddie. That quaddie pool already up and over $7,000. 4 Killer Queen, Zach Butcher, $2 and $1.10 opens up the favourite over 10 Perfect Storm. Andre Potama, $6.20 and $1.20. Whitecliff Chapel, number 8, Jack McKinnon, $9.23.30. And Like a Hurricane, number 5, David Butcher, $10 and $2.80. The Alabar Mobile Pace is time to go at 6:38.
last week. Well, generally he jumps better. Must say I was disappointed with him at Addington in the Garden City Classic, but like you say, before that was very good, including an Auckland Derby win, and he's a chance to get across and lead here. I'm with you on Top Prosecutor. I wanted to see some money for him, and it's just started to come. 6 to 5.50 now to 5. He is up a kilo. I don't think that's excessive. He would have been tuned for the Wanganui Cup heat last week. He did pick up a triceps injury at his last start. There is him in shot with Paul Freeman. Went 8, 6 and 7, looking to the outside. Elizabeth on the 6, our Gypsy. Last week's run, in the end, she only got beaten and nosed out of the Cup final by Timmy Trumpet, who's now the pre-post favourite for the Cup. And she hadn't raced for 6 or 7 weeks, and clearly her condition just gave out the last bit. She should be fitter for that.
Yeah, that was a really good run for third, just missing out on the final. This is a greyhound who made the semis of the Auckland Cup Series. She was 5th in the New Zealand for Charity. She was 3rd in the Auckland Oaks and behind Yamps Me Mum. She also tends to go left, though not as hard as what she used to, and probably will be aided by Flying Merkel here. 7.50 on fixed odds. I've got her in for 4th, 8.71 and 6 my numbers here in race number 4. Mark, who did you go with?
And Elizabeth, we've now got a $5 tote favourite in Corborn Brick, but he's a strong dog at 34 kilos, but he's got 38 kilos bearing left on him. Went 8, 6, 7, and then off the ones drawn in that what could be quite a tight order is Corborn Brick. I guess it's open for a dog to jump really well and try and clear this, but I'm not sure that dog's there, really. Malum not the quickest off the lids as a rule, nor is ready-made size, nor is absent-minded. Corborn Brick, the best night he jumped was when they had that false start, and that seemed to stir him up. If Flying Merkel cleared them, that would be different, but you'd say he's not going to on his recent form. Our Gypsy could jump better, but Corborn Cook's a potential leader if he jumps to his best, and Top Prosecutor coming across, so we shall see. Fascinating race. First security, class 5, 520 metres, Mellon. Absent-minded goes down, Flying Merkel, Corborn Cook, second line, ready-made size, Corborn Brick, our Gypsy, Top Prosecutor. We're still looking for a favourite, it's Corborn Brick at 4.40. Anything could happen here. Let's see. Set. Racing, Corborn Brook out okay. Now Flying Merkel's going to try and cross, and Corborn Brook's going with it in. Right around the outside here was Corborn Cooks, and our Gypsy gets to the rail, but Flying Merkel found the top. Our Gypsy on its tail, the outside there to Corborn Cooks. Followed through there by Corborn Brook, handy enough then. Top Prosecutor in a gap of 3 lengths, and going past that was Absent-Minded Malum is next to last, and Ready-Made Sizes at the back. Flying Merkel in front by a length and a quarter. Our Gypsy trying to sneak through on the inside, followed around there by Corborn Brook. Corborn Cooks is going back, and coming past that was Absent-Minded. Flying Merkel kicks and scores from Corborn Brook. I think our Gypsy just held third off Absent-Minded, who lunged late. Then we had Mellon getting home. Corborn Cooks died on its run, then Ready-Made Size, and Top Prosecutors weakened out to be at the rear. Flying Merkel has cleared them the 5 and has run around about 30 and 20, lead up of 5.03. 18.63 to the back mark, and it's a 30-20 for Flying Merkel. And they clearly out-jumped the inside dogs, the 5 and the 4. So they jammed down hard, but they were largely clear. Ready-Made Size and Absent-Minded backed out of that. Absent-Minded's run a race here. Corborn Cooks has been there early. Top Prosecutor didn't get the jump out. Gypsy has just weakened on it a touch again. 5, 4, 6 and 3, the numbers there. And Elizabeth, it's Lisa Ahern for the 3rd time tonight. And Flying Merkel and Corborn Brick, they managed to clear those inside dogs and clear the space. And they were too good for a Quinella there. And our Gypsy just got a touch tired again.
Yeah, I thought that our Gypsy was in a winning position there, but Flying Merkel, he's just kept on finding and does the job. Win 13 at start 33. He's got a wonderful record, Flying Merkel. And Lisa Ahern, she's won 3 of the first 4 races here tonight at a hat-trick. 4, Corborn Brick has gone a good race for second. Number 6, our Gypsy in third, and not far behind number 3, Absent-Minded has finished in 4th position. 5, 4, 6 and 3, where the numbers you can just sort of see there. Number 5, Flying Merkel, even from that angle, just getting across, but had the early pace to do so a wee bit more cleanly today. Has gone across there with Corborn Brick, and they haven't been able to catch him here, Flying Merkel, in what was a very even market here in race number 4. If you're still live in the quaddy, good luck to you, because it's going to pay pretty well. Race number 5 gets underway at 6.49. I guess the good news is, if the early quaddy isn't struck, there'll be a carry forward, but well done if you have made it this far, because you've certainly earned it. Here is the result. 5 Flying Merkel pays $492. 4 Corborn Brick $186. Our Gypsy $240. Quinella $10.70. Trifecta $125.30. First 4. 5, 4, 6 and 3 pays $846.70. That was race number 4 on the programme. It wrapped a double 5 with 562.10. The concession 5 with 4 pays $66.60. As mentioned, race number 5 will wrap the early quaddie. Matt Cross will be back with you again prior to that one, which goes at 6:49.
Good work, thank you, Elizabeth. And speaking of greyhounds, as we wrap up that one from Whanganui, we have race number 3 from the Gardens joining us next, 3 minutes away from a start in this. Following on, we'll take you back to Alexandra Park for race number 2. It's the first leg of the quaddie there, the Alabar Mobile, and the quaddie pool currently sits at $7,800. The second quaddie this evening is guaranteed to $40,000, $40,000 guaranteed quaddie. And race number 5 is the first leg of the $40,000 guaranteed pick 6. So all up, $80,000 guaranteed across a pick 6 and a quaddie there this evening at Alexandra Park. We'll be linking back up with Mark Cookson for race number 2. After this, the third from the Garden Greyhounds. This is a maiden over 515 metres. I'm a Chevy in the yellow rug is the favourite, 260 and 125. Calling for us today at the Gardens is John McDermott. His selections in the third: 5 I'm a Chevy to beat 7 Welsh Karma, 8 Keister and 4 Peter Perfect. So runners do head trackside. We're inside 2 minutes away from a start in this. The next race to go from the Whanganui Greyhounds is race number 6. It's the AON CPF Class 2 over 520 metres, and the early favourite is Swiftly Chloe, 250, 115. Slightly ahead at the Allegro Beatty, who is down 1 kilo. Do note that, punters. Race 6, number 4, Allegro Beatty, is down a kilo from the Lisa Ahern Kennels. $3.120 with the book, $7.10 and $3.10 on the totes. Focusing on this, the third meeting, 31 from the Gardens. Race favourite number 5, I'm a Chevy, has had 3 starts to date. Second in the second of those, that was over 400 metres, stepped up to 515 last time. After a bit of a freshen up, it tends to have its races spaced, and it finished last when a $1.90 favourite. Well supported the start before, was running number 5, I'm a Chevy, at $1.30, and was a $2.80 favourite when on debut. It hasn't been beaten all that far in 3 runs. They've all come on the track there at the Gardens. Number 7, Welsh Karma, is in the second line of betting, is placed in its last 3 starts, all here on track at the Gardens. Raced from box 7 last time and finished into second after leading them out. Looks a dog on paper that does have box speed, the 7 Welsh Karma. 4 goes on the track for 3 minor platings. A nice record is $5.20 and $3.20. In the outside box is Keister. It's another lightly raced greyhound. This one is by DJ's Octane. It's had 4 starts, 3 of them here at the Gardens, and has placed in 2 of those. Second back on the 22nd of July. It was over 515 metres, beaten 4 3/4 lengths. Last time out from box 1 was only beaten 1 length, has never started from further out than box 3. So race number 4, 3 of 11 here from the Gardens. Repeating those numbers here from John McDermott: 5, 7, 8 and 4. 5, 7, 8 and 4. Meeting 31, race number 3 through from the Gardens. We'll link back up with Mark Cookson after this for race number 2 at the Auckland Trotting Club, Alexandra Park, for the first leg of the quaddie, beginning on race number 2, which sees the favourite as Killer Queen. 270, 125, narrowly ahead of Perfect Storm and Andre Potama, 350 and 135. In terms of the Drivers' Challenge, Zach Butcher picking up 3 points in the first race, Andre Potama with a couple, and David Butcher with 1 point. Here's John McDermott, race 3, the Gardens.
This is race number 3, the John Toohey Speedy Recovery Maiden, and we're set to jump. Ready, racing now, bouncing away in front. The favourite, I'm a Chevy, going to lead easily at the Judge the first time. They were followed by Welsh Karma down and out of the straight, 15.40, and then came Brasco Flow in front of it. Keekster as they run to the bagger. A good way back then to Gypsy Flash, followed by Peter Purveger and Blind Vision at the tail. I'm a Chevy out of the back straight out, full of running, extends its lead to about 6 lengths. In second place, Welsh Karma. They were followed by Keekster as they travel to the turn, and Brasco Flow, but away goes I'm a Chevy. Too good for Welsh Karma, and then came Keekster. The next one in was Brasco Flyer, and then came Gypsy Flash, followed by 15.40. The next one in there was Peter Perfect, and the other one there was Blind Vision. Geez, he can run. He just done everything right today. He came out good, hit the ground running, and he's run 29.54. Number 5, I'm a Chevy, the winner. A brilliant performance. 4.99. All those sections were very, very good. 4.99, 17.38. And he's run home in 12.16, 5, 7 and 8.
5, 7 and 8 favourite in there at the Gardens, race number 3. Mark Cookson will have the result with you in a moment. We're heading back to Alexandra Park now for the first leg of the quaddie, Mark, as we join you. Zach Butcher into $1.05 in the Stonewall Stud Drivers Challenge. David Butcher has drifted out to $8, and any other individual and Todd McFarlane $12. And driving the favourite here, Mark, seems as though he's up for a few more points in the first leg of the quaddie.
Certainly is, Matt, and Ray Green, we'll talk to him again in a moment. In the pre-recorded interview, he did intimate to me that Killer Queen was the best of the night, and I think he did point it out when we did go on camera to record. Killer Queen, $2.60 with the bookmakers, paying just a wee bit more than what the first favourite Spring Campaign did on close with the bookmakers anyway, into about $2.20, taking that first. And again, I think that Ray Green's going to have a good couple of chances in this race. Killer Queen, like a Hurricane's drawn next to it, numbers 4 and 5 in this particular event. And off the second row, Perfect Storm, the son of American Ideal, who was third in the workout at Pukekohe last Saturday. So 3 chances here for Ray Green. Can he got the Quinella in the first, or what can he do in race number 2? We'll find out, as I spoke to him a short time ago. Ray Killer Queen got run down here a couple of weeks ago. How confident are you that she can go one better tonight?
Well, she was very unlucky not to win then. It was a big time, and it was her first show of form for a long time. If she were to repeat that run, she'd have to be right there.
And like a Hurricane's got a slightly better draw tonight after a couple of workout placings.
Yes, he's another honest horse. He's probably lacks a little bit of gate speed, but he's honest. He can do it tough if he has to. He's a chance if he could be right there as well.
And Perfect Storm off the second row draw tonight's been coming up against some handy types in its past 3.
Yes, he's a very nice horse, and he's at the mercy of them in front of him at the start, of course, but he's pretty versatile and he rarely goes bad.
So if I had to put you on the spot, best of the 3?
On paper, you'd have to say Spring Campaign. Killer Queen wishes with the draw and whatnot, I'd say.
So you heard that confidence from Ray Green talking about Spring Campaign. Spring Campaign's done the job tonight, and, well, a huge chance here in race number 2 tonight, Killer Queen, in the first leg of the quaddie, and Zach Butcher looking for a double as well. So here's the way I look at the early quaddie when you're playing around Aliante as the anchor, both here and in the first leg of pick 6 tonight. First leg here, 2-step up for the Telfer Garlic team. Killer Queen and Like a Hurricane throw those 2 in, and the other Ray Green runner, Perfect Storm, 2, 4, 5 and 10. Second leg, the tie night at Alexandra Park. The runners off the second row have a lot of support. Stunning Shadow, we'll hear from Todd McFarlane. He has already intimated that it is his best of his drives tonight. Party Rage, David Butcher, co-trains and drives. 12 Tassie's Devil, who was a workout winner at Cambridge last Saturday. And Mo Casino as well is one to chuck in Zach Butcher for the Reed McMullen team. A workout winner beating Zach Maguire, who races later, and Perfect Storm, who's about to go around here. Leg number 3, race 4, 3, 5, 9 and 11. Inky Row, a lot of talk about this mare by Sky Valley off the back of her win at the last meeting here. Driver change, Andre Potama, because of course Todd McFarlane's got his charge, George, in this race. A 3, 5, 9 and 11. And Aliante the anchor in race number 5 tonight off the back mark, 20 metres. Another Zach Butcher drive for Barry, coming out of some nice races, of course, raced by Charlie Roberts, who again got his accolades with Woodland Stud at the New Zealand Harness Racing Awards not too long ago in Christchurch. So that's a look at the quaddie. It's a wee bit more difficult with some more competitive races earlier tonight. It doesn't get any easier. The $40,000 chase, especially the last 2 legs, although they are small fields, they're both MR graded races with the new handicapping system, one for the pacers and one for the trotters, and they're handicapped differently in terms of points allocation. The maiden is until you win a race, and then you become an R horse, R50, etc. So that's a quick look at the early quaddie tonight as we take a look at Norvik Ruby and a few other chances here in this race. Outside of the Ray Green runners, Whitecliff Chapel is runner number 8 here, has got the removable deafeners on. $5.80 last night. It has drifted in betting, the mare by Mark 3. It's put a couple of wins here 2 and 3 starts ago. It's on that $8 quote now with the bookies, 10s on fixed odds. And then you're back to Step Up, who I have included here off the draw of 2. Steve Telfer and Chris Garlick with one of their chances here. They've got Corroboree as well, drawn 1 the second row. The former Ken Barron pacer with the fixed deafeners on will come off the back of an outsider in Rangi Rang Do, who's drawn that inside. There's Janet Guthrie, Derek Ball, colours there. James Stormont takes the drive. This one raced by Owen Gillies. A winner here on the 29th, a couple of weeks ago. Defeated Shield Maiden, who galloped a few times in race number 1 tonight. It's now out to $12, so it's got the blows too from last night's opening of $8.80 with the TAB bookmakers. And then you are down to Norvik Ruby for the McCaffrey painted team, Sean and Ross. And Sean Grayling, the junior driver, takes this one. It's a rating 61 horse in this event, and this being a 3-year-old and older, up to and including rating 61 mobile pace. To get the quaddie underway as we head upstairs to you, Aaron White, for your thoughts on this race, which is the first leg of it.
The 2 Ray Green runners here again. Perfect Storm number 10. He was good in behind Mr. Euroman last time. He was second to Red October the time before, and a nice win over Mr. Euroman 3 starts ago. Should get a nice enough run through from the second line. Andre Potama will look to turn the tables on Zach Butcher. He ran second to Zach in the first. Zach with Killer Queen. She was back to somewhat of her best a couple of weeks ago and behind Bronze Over in a slick time. She can certainly go one better. Step Up, the Art Major filly, did just that when winning last time. Scotty Phelan to do the driving for the Telfer Garlic team. At Whitecliff Chapel over raced when last produced a couple of Fridays ago. Jack McKinnon to do the driving tonight with Andre Potama taking the drive on Perfect Storm. If she settles better, we know what she can do. She put together those 3 nice victories prior to that run a couple of weeks ago. 10, 4, 2 and 8 to open the early quaddie for me.
Thank you, Aaron. Back with you shortly for the call on this one. Race number 2, which is the Alabar mobile pace over the 2,200 metres. A reminder tonight, we've got $40,000 in the guaranteed Pick 6 pool, which will start on race number 5 tonight. And the second quaddie, thinking ahead to that, starts on race 7. That does have a $40,000 injection. That'll be the case for Friday nights throughout the month of August. And we've got one tonight starting on race number 7, so a second bite of the cherry, you'd say, off the back of the Pick 6 injection. Then a couple of races later, an injection in the quaddie, if maybe you happen to not make it that far, Pick 6 wise. Quaddie pool for the first quaddie is building nicely as the horses head in behind the mobile for race number 2 tonight. Again, the Ray Green 3 and the Ray Green green colours at the top of the market, as they were in race number 1. Favourite will start from barrier 4. Killer Queen was $3.70 last night. It's been backed into $2.50.
And Norvik Ruby. the first leg of the early quaddy, the Yellow Bar Mobile Pace, with the contestants in behind the Yellow Bar Mobile Gate as they work into the lane. Again, 2 1/4 laps under the ribbon of light, and we're about set and ready to go. Yellow Bar Mobile. Starter Frank Phelan activates the green light, and they're off and racing. Step up out of 2 out nicely. Rangy Rang Do, Janet Guthrie. They accelerate hard. Janet Guthrie's going to be first across to the markers here at the judge. There follow Perfect Storm's got a lovely run through from the second line. Early 1-1. Then Killer Queen on its stablemate's back on the inside Corroboree. They're followed by Norvik Ruby like a hurricane. Back in the field then on settling as they scoot out to the 1800 metre mark. Back third last is Speak Up. Back there with it is going to be Shards Phoenix, and back last is Whitecliff Chapel, restrained from its wide draw. So Janet Guthrie and Jimmy Stormont take up the running over Rangy Rang Do and Corroboree, and coming forward now is Perfect Storm around Step Up, and they're followed like a hurricane and Killer Queen with a lead time of 43.5, and Perfect Storm and Andre Potama want the lead, and they find it now. Back in the field, Shards Phoenix, Norvik Ruby as they sweep across the showgrounds turn, then Speak Up and 2 lengths Whitecliff Chapel. So Perfect Storm the second favourite. Andre Potama in the sulky leads the way. 1.5 lengths Janet Guthrie, like a hurricane and Killer Queen, the stablemates of the leader. They start to make runs out 3 now. Back on the inside, Rangy Rang Do, followed through by Corroboree, then Step Up. Back on the inside with an opening quarter of 30.7 was Shards Phoenix. They're followed by Norvik Ruby and Speak Up. And last Whitecliff Chapel. Judge Bell 1 to go. Killer Queen. Zach Butcher asked her to roll onto the lead as they scoot around the stables corner. From Perfect Storm and like a hurricane, Janet Guthrie. They're followed by Step Up around Rangy Rang Do. Then came Norvik Ruby around Corroboree. Speak Up is over on the outside of Shards Phoenix and Whitecliff Chapel. 29.5 the next quarter. Alabar Pace and Killer Queen takes up the running now. From its stablemates on the inside, Perfect Storm trailing and like a hurricane and David Butcher out park. Back on the inside, Janet Guthrie. Step Up 1-1. Back on the inside, Rangy Rang Do. Whitecliff Chapel looks to progress forward out 3. Coming out in front of it now was Norvik Ruby. They're followed by Speak Up, Corroboree. And back with those Shards Phoenix. 4.50 left to go. Killer Queen like a hurricane's a length away. Perfect Storm will wait the passing lane. 29.7 the back straight quarter. Then Norvik Ruby around Step Up. Whitecliff Chapel, Janet Guthrie homeward bound. Killer Queen like a hurricane. Perfect Storm waits the perfect run in the passing lane. It comes now, then Step Up. Killer Queen, Perfect Storm and like a hurricane. The Ray Green team, they're fighting it out. It's Killer Queen though. She's finding plenty, and Killer Queen too strong. Second will be very tight. Like a hurricane, Perfect Storm close enough to a dead heat. Then Step Up, Whitecliff Chapel, Norvik Ruby. They were followed Janet Guthrie. Then came Rangy Rang Do, Corroboree, Speak Up and Shards Phoenix. 241.4, 27.9, 57.6 was the last 800 metres. Good, tough, gutsy win. Goes one better than she did 2 weeks ago to close the season. She opens the season with a fine victory here. Killer Queen, good to see her back in the winner's circle. 2 win 5 at start 32. Zach Butcher, Ray Green get the first 2 on the card. Ray gets the trifecta here. Who gets second? Judge Graham McLennan will need to split those. He'll need to go down to millimetres with the photo into pixel territory there with Like a Hurricane and Perfect Storm. And Step Up will make up the first 4 in the Yellow Bar Mobile Pace.
In race 2, the Alabar Mobile Pace, just calling a photo to confirm second and third. Placings at the moment, 4, 10, 5, 2, 8, 11. Get back to you soon.
So for Killer Queen to come back at the head of the field, win 5 at start 33, Lincoln Farms Limited, D. James, MJ Burriton, KJ Bell, S. Beckett, I.A. Middleton, J.R. Dias, along with BP Rabbit, the owners. Congratulations to you. Rock and Roll Heaven, Party Girl, Becky Black, 4-year-old mare. Kelvin Home Holdings Limited, the breeders. Ray Green, the trainer at Pukekohe, Zach Butcher. Ray and Zach get the first 2 with Lincoln Farms for the new season here at Alexandra Park, and she does this in pretty good fashion too. The Rock and Roll Heaven filly, mare now, out of Party Girl Becky. Photo for second here with Perfect Storm, the 10, American Ideal, 4-year-old Bay Gelding at a saturation, Lincoln Farms Limited, C. Camilleri, K. Pratt, Ray Green and Andre Potama, and 5 Like a Hurricane. Mark 3, Angela Jane, 4-year-old Bay Gelding, Lincoln Farms Limited, N. McAllister, Ray Green and David Butcher. We take you back to Judge Graham McLennan with the confirmed call now for race 2.
Yeah, all official race 2, the Alabama Mobile Pace, 4:10.5, 2:8.11. 4:10.5, 2:8.11. Horse 4, Killer Queen, pace the 2,200 metres in 2:41.42. Mile rate of 1:58. Last 857.6, the 427.9. The margins 1.5 lengths, a nose, 3/4 of a length. 4:10.5, 2:8.11. All official race 2, Alabama Mobile Pace.
Murray Goldsworthy was down there, part of the victory celebrations. Race night steward and life member here at the Auckland Trotting Club. Right, totes in the second, and sees Killer Queen return $2.80 for the win, and $1.30 the place number 4, $2.80 and $1.30. 10 Perfect Storm, $1.40, $1.40, and 5 Like a Hurricane at $2 even, $2. Quinella, $3.40, $3.40. A trifecta, $26.30, $26.30, and the first 4, $81.20, $81.20. 1 and 4 in the double, a Ray Green Zach Butcher double, $4.70, $4.70. 1 and 10 concession, the Ray Green concession at $2.70, $2.70. Tie night at Alexandra Park, 16 September. Mobile Pace is the third event on the program this evening. We take out 7 Benny and the Jets. 13 Mo Casino, Zach Butcher, $2.60, $1.80. 3 Soldier, Morris McKendry, $5.90, $1.80. 12 Tassie's Devil, Ben Butcher, $8.50, $2.60. 10 Stunning Shadow, Todd McFarlane, $9.50, $2.10. Snow Raker number 9, Jabernathy, $9.70 and $3.20. And 11 Party Rage, David Butcher, $11 and $2. That race will be coming your way at 6 minutes after 7. We're to have the first of our dual sulky races coming out on the track very shortly. Adam Hainan with Mustang Sally, Rama Anderson and 4 Leaf Clover, Joseph S. and Justin Time and Jerry Eli, and Light the Way.
And I see that she's $8 into $7 now on fixed odds.
Yeah, it's interesting. She's gone 8 to 7.50 to 7, so a couple of moves there. It was a phenomenal run last week. You're quite right, Elizabeth. Just trying to paint a scenario for her, just a touch difficult because she hangs out wide as well, and she's going to have to go, you'd think, probably around Elle's Girl and Cheap Shot Maddie, but as she proved last week, and she has several times before, she has got a powerful finish for a place at least. The dog on the outside's interesting, Elizabeth, and that's Freedom Flyer, because not so long ago here he jumped poorly, went to the rail in a similar sort of field and got the run through, and look, that would be his best option. Last week he tried to do that, and unfortunately he crashed into Vito Baxter, who was coming across.
Yeah, I mean, it was an interesting when you actually look at the field, because all of these runners are coming out of that far too trendy race last week. So, I mean, on paper, she's the one that they all need to beat, but Freedom Flyer, as he's sort of saying, I mean, you can pretty much forget that last start run off box 8. She's actually got a pretty good record from out wide. If you're drawn sort of 5 or wider, though, then I think you really don't want to be on the outside of Elle's Girl or Cheap Shot Maddie heading into the bend, because they tend to ruin greyhounds' chances who do end up to their outside in that position. Yeah, I'd certainly be whispering in Freedom Flyer's ear, look, jump like you did last week, because this week I think you're going to get a run through. Certainly not going to have a Vito Baxter coming across on the greyhound. And got One Broke Girl there, number 5. She's a sister, of course, to Sedgebrook Babe. She's another one, Elizabeth, that does tend to head for the rail. I thought on the face of it she was actually a bit disappointing last week. That's exactly what I've written down, actually. I thought the win to start to go was good. What I've got written for last week was jumped well, but just didn't really show a lot. A wee bit disappointing for me. I'd like to see her improving, and in the space of a week, maybe bottom end of first fours, $26 on fixed odds. I went 1, 7, 2 and 3 here, but all the money coming for number 2, Vito Baxter, now into $2.40 on fixed odds, Mark.
Yeah, and certainly with Vito Baxter, obviously, over the 1, far too trendy. The 3 L's Girl, the 4 Cheap Shot Matty. He just missed the starter fraction last week, Cheap Shot Matty, but generally he's out pretty quickly. He was second to Subic Bay. He had 2 back in the best time of the night. Asteria is the one we haven't talked about. She's had a couple of box 4s of late, and she's actually, after Class 3 and Class 4 wins, she's stepped up in Class 5 and she's giving her best. She's just not having a great deal of luck with the draws at the moment. Greyhounds called up, race 5, Laser Plumbing, Wanganui Class 5. This is a straight final. Feature sprint. Far too trendy off the inside. Al's Girl, the 3. Gold Rug, One Broke Girl. Black Rug, Sedgebrook Babe. Then we've got Vito Baxter, Cheap Shot Matty, Asteria and Freedom Flyer. Vito Baxter, favourite, the tote, 280's coming to $2.40 on the tote. Ready to run. Racing, Vito Baxter, clear last away, far too trendy, beaten out by Cheap Shot Matty and Al's Girl. Far too trendy, tries to push the inside, followed around by One Broke Girl. Sedgebrook Babe gets into the clear. They'll be followed back in the pack here by Asteria. One Broke Girl's gone back. Vito Baxter, no chance at all, back with that 2. Freedom Flyer, up they come. Cheap Shot Matty sees it through from the sister. Al's Girl, she is second. Sedgebrook Babe to third. Far too trendy, fourth, followed across there by Vito Baxter. One Broke Girl back in the pack there, Asteria and Freedom Flyer. Lana Pierce bags the Quinella here. Brother beats sister. 17 and 55. Sharp lead up 687. Mickey T earlier was 686 with a very good lead up times. 17.55 overall. Cheap Shot Matty, Al's Girl. They got clear. Sedgebrook Babe emerged from the ruck. Far too trendy. Vito Baxter. They both missed the start. Did not recover. 4, 3, 7 and 1. It's clear cut in race number 5. The Laser Plumbing Wanganui Sprint Final. Cheap Shot Matty by Star Conquest out of Big Sam's Girl. Raced and trained by Lana Pierce. Win 10 at start number 50. Over Al's Girl. Elizabeth, I remember as these dogs came through the grade that Lana was concerned about them competing at Class 5 level. And she was thinking maybe she'd have to just downgrade them and get a C4 win, go back to C5 and do the best they could. Well, man, are they competitive. And it's that early opening section where they just keep reeling off. And, well, tonight, dogs like Vito Baxter, far too trendy, just weren't in it from the lids. And away the pair went, and she bags the Quinella on a big night of racing here, so well done to Lana.
It's fantastic to see. Huge congratulations to Lana Pierce, who owns and trains the Quinella here with the littermates by Star Conquest down at Big Sam's Girl, but it's number 4, Cheap Shot Matty, who gets the job done ahead of number 3, Al's Girl. A few of the major players, Vito Baxter and Far Too Trendy, not quickly into stride today. That's been costly. 7, Sedgebrook Babe. She's unwound late and has finished into the 3rd position, and 1, Far Too Trendy, has finished in 4th, but all on is here with Lana Pierce getting the Quinella. And race number 5, in terms of the quaddie, when I was looking at the will pays, I'm not sure if this greyhound was covered. They were all paying the pool or not covered, so the pool was over $3,000, so congratulations if you have managed to find a piece. We'll find out very shortly whether or not it was in fact struck. Cheap Shot Matty was paying $5.90 and $1.90 tote close. 3 Al's Girl $1.20 and 7 Sedgebrook Babe $2.30. 3-4 Quinella pays $11.50. Trifecta $118.10. First 4, 4, 3, 7 and 1 pays $366. And the quaddie cross races 2 through to 5. 6, 5, 5 and 4, $3,115.70. Partially struck. We've got a quaddie carry forward of over $2,500 carrying forward into race number 9, which will certainly be well worth getting involved. Matt, that was race number 5 on the program. We'll be back again before race number 6. First, we'll take a quick look at the market here for the Aon CPF for C2s over 520 metres. Swiftly climbing the favourite off the inside for Bill Hodgson. $2.40 out to $2.50 now on fixed odds. She's such a quick greyhound, but she's not the quickest of beginners, and she consequently can find trouble. I really like Allegro Beatty here, drawn down close to the rails, down a kg, has terrific box speed, $3 and $1.20 fixed. And of course, Nitro Mary, she made the final of the Wanganui Cup this day a year ago. Last time out she fell. She had a vet check and did have muscle pain. But when she fell, she was checked and fell when she was right up there. So confidence could potentially be a slight issue, but she's a very talented greyhound as well on her best day. 5.51.55 on fixed odds. The 6 times you go at 7.17, and Matt, hopefully we can get punters back on track in that race.
Yep, looking forward to that, Elizabeth. And with that carry forward into the second quaddie, something a little bit intriguing for punters to invest into with that carry forward, and also the $40,000 guaranteed pick 6 at Alexandra Park and the $40,000 guaranteed late quaddie. The first 2 races there from Alexandra Park tonight have headed the way of the Lincoln Farms team, with the first taken by Spring Campaign, Zach Butcher and Ray Green, and that combination took out race number 2 with Killer Queen, who made it win 5 from start 33. The Lincoln Farms sharing in both of those. Spring Campaign with the XL Syndicate, D. James and Breton, K. Bell, S. Beckett, J. Dias and one Brian Rabbits, and Killer Queen with pretty much the same ownership, with the addition of Mr. Middleton into that. Race number 3 at Alexandra Park, looking forward to that. The tie night at Alexandra Park, 16th of September, mobile pace. We race over 2,700 metres. So the staying prowess to the fore in the second leg of the quaddie and the first leg of the double on the third, meeting 5 from Alexandra Park. Just the one scratching, number 7, Benny and the Jets, comes out. In terms of the Drivers' Challenge, Stonewall Stud Drivers, and we'll give you an update of that pre-race number 3. TRB Trackside 1 racing continues now at Ipswich for race number 4, meeting 34. We begin our coverage here with the first leg of a double on races 4 and 5 through from Ipswich, and the favourite is number 2, Milky Chance, 2, 6, 3 and 1. For Matthew Nichols, he's found them in that order here. Milky Chance comes off the back of 2 placings. Has been here to Ipswich on 9 occasions for a win and 5 minor placings. Draws box number 2 today. Ran in box 6 on this track last time out, beaten 10 lengths 2 starts ago, beat 92.5. That was from box number 7. Race number 4, Ipswich Greyhounds, 431 metres. We're 60 seconds away. We'll have Mark Cookson's lead up into the third at Alexandra Park after this, beginning the double. Race favourite in that is Mo Casino. Zach Butcher looking for an early treble. Mo Casino, 241.25, is 4th up today. Last time out raced at Cambridge and behind Lambros, and did plenty of work in that race, did the son a better's delight, and he's looking to crack his second win at start 8 for the Reid McMullen team and Zach Butcher. Race number 3 there from Alexandra Park, set to run at 6 minutes past 7. Ipswich race number 4, meeting code 34, $1.60 favourite, jumps from box number 2, Milky Chance. This is the first leg of the double. Second best backed is number 1, Scaredy Cats, $6.155, $6.41.50 on the tote. This greyhound has had 3 starts for 1 win. All 3 of its starts have come here on this track and was winning from box 8 back on the 12th of July. Shortly to box away, a little later on this evening, we do have some racing coming through on the channel from the Traralgon Greyhounds, also some from Richmond, and some racing through from Port Perry. Let's link up race 4 at Ipswich.
Gem Express. Second line will be Milky Chance, Elegant Strider. I'm out of here, Tommy Benz. Milky Chance, $1.30, $1.50 you bet fixed. Milky Chance is also today's trainer's jackpot dog, if successful. Jared Bowe picks up $1,370 if successful with Milky Chance in the trainer's jackpot. It's the favourite. Green light, set for race 4. Racing, Milky Chance second away, Scaredy Cat beat it out, Milky Chance follows it through, around them Cosmic Laptop followed by Tommy Benz, then came Gem Express, Band Axel, well back, Elegant Strider and I'm out of here, running over the back, Milky Chance got the run on the inside, checked out of it, Scaredy Cat, and then also checked was Cosmic Laptop and Tommy Benz, and Milky Chance got away. But Jackpot is off, and Milky Chance to the line by 5. Second, Cosmic Laptop. Scaredy Cat got going again to run third in front of Ben Axel. Elegant Strider, Gem Express. Then I'm out of here, and Tommy Benz at around 25 and 30. 2 Milky Chance for Jared Bowe. We'll take away the jackpot prize today of $1,370, along with the winning prize money there. Number 2, Milky Chance.
2, 5, 1 and 7 it will be there at Ipswich, meeting 34, race number 4. Confirmation shortly, 7 minutes out from race number 3 at Alexandra Park Harness. Tie night at Alexandra Park on the 16th of September. A mobile pace over 2,700 metres. Drawing the outside of the second row. Race favourite here is Mo Casino, 240, 125. Mark Cookson, speaking of the Drivers' Challenge, he's now on 6 points, and nigh on unbackable is one Z Butcher.
Yeah, great start to the Alexandra Park season for Zach Butcher. He's done the job in the first 2 races tonight and got us through quaddie leg number 1. Successful in race number 1 with Spring Campaign, and successful in race number 2 with Killer Queen. Ray Green training the Quinella in race 1, the trifecta in race number 2. Tight photo for those minors in the second. It went to the inside horse for the second position in Perfect Storm. This is race number 3 on the card. It's the tie night at Alex Park, 16th of September mobile pace, as Matt mentioned, and Zach Butcher at the top of his game here tonight. What about a driver which is just entering the drivers' ranks tonight? A new season, so we have some new junior drivers, and I know that there are moves in place to try and maintain junior drivers for a wee bit longer and keep them in the industry and to keep them around. We've got Erin Isherwood, who took out the primary ITO Cadet of the Year title off the back of the competition against North and South Island cadets, and she was presented with that award at the New Zealand Harness Racing Awards not too long ago, and she's having her first drive tonight aboard a runner that she co-owns in number 2 Darjeeling Bromac. A short time ago I caught up with Erin. Erin, congratulations on your award. How was the competition for you? Did you enjoy it?
Absolutely loved it. It was a really, really cool day. They threw all sorts of activities at us. The other 3 competitors were awesome to compete against, and they all definitely deserved to be there. And yeah, it ended up being quite a close finish, but I came out on top.
So how long have you worked in harness racing? How have you come through, and who have you worked for?
I've been working for Adrian Matthews for about a year now. Before that, I was sort of doing a horse or 2 by myself, just sort of playing around, and I was riding track work before that. So this is my first harness stable that I've worked for. I've worked for numerous galloping stables, but yeah, my first harness one.
So you're going to be concentrating on driving now and really getting yourself into the juniors ranks?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm absolutely loving it. So yeah, I'm looking to get as many drives as possible and sort of get my experience up and see where I go from there.
And you part own the horse you're driving for your first drive tonight, Darjeeling Bromac. Tell us about him.
He's a really neat horse. He's been really good for me to sort of get my trials drives and do a couple of junior drives on him. We've drawn a handy draw off the gate, and so hopefully that'll work in our favour and help us, and yeah.
Well, all the best tonight, and hopefully we'll be seeing and hearing from you more in the driving ranks race day.
Thanks a lot, Mark.
So trackside debut for Erin Isherwood, and her debut race night tonight driving her charge in Darjeeling Bromac. Favourite here is Mo Casino, the entire by Bettor's Delight. Can Zach Butcher make it the first 3 races? This time for Stephen Reid and Simon McMullen, we'll find out shortly. We're about to hear from Todd McFarlane, who's driving tonight for Dave and Claire McGowan, the son of Shadow Play, number 10, Stunning Shadow. What was the story with the last race day run and the fact that the horse had a wee bit of trouble staying in its gate?
Yeah, he did. He didn't pace that good into the first turn or the last turn. Dave made some minor gear alterations since that last race, and he trialled last Saturday, and he actually trialled up really well. He won and won in a nice time.
That's Todd McFarlane driving tonight, and also got George, the one that he trains in race number 4 tonight. So that means he jumps off Inky Row, the Dave and Claire McGowan runner in that race, which is coming off its impressive win on the 22nd. So a couple of good chances in the next couple of races for Dave and Claire McGowan. Stunning Shadow on this third line of betting. So Mo Casino was a workout winner last weekend, defeated Zach Maguire, who's going to go around later on tonight with a lot of support, and Perfect Storm, who has gone around and placed in the previous race part of the green trifecta. Tassie's Devil, number 12, the second elect, was a Cambridge workout winner last Saturday over its race day rival tonight in Wangaro Mara, who will start off the front row. And number 11 in the book, Party Rage, is carrying support here too, the daughter of Mark III, who was running on when it was all said and done at Cambridge last week and behind Lincoln's Keepsake. Prior efforts, not too bad, especially back here on the 22nd of July, which was 3 starts ago for this mare. And then your double figure shots, Soldier heads those. It's $13 last night into 12 with the TAB bookmakers, but Mo Casino's been the mover, $3.50 into $2.30, whereas Tassie's Devils $2.80 out to $4.20. It's got the drifts in the second leg of the quaddie, where you need runner number 4. Upstairs to you, Aaron, for your thoughts on the third.
Yeah, I've left Mo Casino out of my calculations here. I went to 12, 10, 11 and 8. Tassie's Devil has a very good record over 2,700 metres. He's a 4-race winner into this race, where predominantly most of them have only won once. So although he's got a bad second row draw, 2,700 metres will help negate that. His workout win last week was good. Ben Butcher, Robbie Hughes, so we'll put that on top. The 12 over 10. Stunning Shadow, yes, that workout win last weekend was good. Todd McFarlane for David and Claire McGowan. 11 Party Rage, she'll be finding the line well over the 2,700 metres here. David Butcher, and 8 Change Saw. Well, he carried plenty of support in his debut Auckland appearance back on the 22nd of July. He capitulated across the top after being taken on throughout. James Stormont for Robert Dunn will give that another chance tonight at 14 and $4.80. 12, 10, 11 and 8. Mo Casino beaten off a similar draw at Cambridge back on the 21st of July. Mark had the 4 runs here at the park, yet to get on the board. His win and placing both came down at Cambridge, so there's a few things against the favourite Mo Casino. The punters seem to think, though, at $2.70, $1.70, he's the one to beat.
Yeah, they think this Zach Butcher role can continue. And you just on Change Saw, Robert Dunn pointed out to print media on the Alexandra Park website, to the news team there, that he wasn't particularly all that happy with the workout last Saturday at Pukekohe. Was formerly with the likes of Brent Shirley and Southland, having its second run for Robert Dunn. Number 8, Change Saw. And of course, that team, with John across the ditch, will campaign Franco Cristiano in that MO event at Melton tomorrow night against Menin Gate and our
Raker, Stunning Shadow, Party Rage, Tassie's Devil and Mo Casino. $70 at Dispatch. And tie night at the park underway for the 16th of September, that is, and getting out strongly Darjeeling Bromac from You Better You Bet. Stunning Shadow, lovely drag through from the second line. Back over on the inside to Snow Raker, then Party Rage, there followed by Soldier out wider Rio Grande, and there followed Tassie's Devil. Been taken back into the field here, Ultimate Kayla, Mo Casino to her inside. Change Saw's been restrained with Wainaro Mara to be the last pair. Now galloping across the top here was Rio Grande. In front, Darjeeling Bromac. Erin Isherwood having her first race night drive is going to give up the lead now to Stunning Shadow and Todd McFarlane as they work down the lane with a little over 2 laps left to run. They're followed by You Better You Bet holding down third, and then Snow Raker, and they're followed by Party Rage and Soldier making ground through on the inside. Ultima Kayla at the judge. They're followed Tassie's Devil out wider Rio Grande. Wainaro Mara underneath those paces on the stables corner. Mo Casino, Zach Butcher second last, and Change Saw is the last as they head out to the 1,800 metres. Tie night here at the park, 16th of September pace. Stunning Shadow cuts away by 3. From Darjeeling Bromac, You Better You Bet, and moving up Snow Raker on the outside, fourth and parked, and back on the inside Ultima Kayla, Party Rage and the Chief David Butcher 1-1. Track forward by Soldier, Wainaro Mara back on the inside, then Tassie's Devil, Mo Casino. There followed Rio Grande, and Change Saw's galloped at the rear. 121 and 1-2 was the lead time as they turn off the back. 14.50 left to go, and Stunning Shadow picking them up and putting them down nicely in front from the stablemates. Darjeeling Bromac the inside of Snow Raker. Party Rage 1-1 back on the inside. You Better You Bet then Soldier. Tassie's Devil Ben Butcher looking to come forward. Zach and Mo Casino right onto its helmet. Back on the inside to Ultima Kayla. Wainaro Mara 3 lengths. Rio Grande and 15 away to Chainsaw. 50 make that 31 and 8 was the opening quarter of the tie night at Alex Park. 16 September pace. Stunning Shadow. Judge Bell 1 to go. Tassie's Devils up to challenge as they stride into the final circuit. Then Snow Raker. Mo Casino caught out 3 wide. Darjeeling Bromac back on the inside. Mo Casino's going to get into the 1-1 here as dropping down onto the leader's back there was Snow Raker. There followed by Party Rage. Back on the inside to You Better You Bet Soldier, and the Magic Man look to come forward now. Wainaro Mara's got its back, and they're followed then by Ultima Kayla. Rio Grande Chainsaw no chance. 30 seconds neat the second quarter. Stunning Shadow from Tassie's Devil. Back on the inside to Snow Raker. There followed in the 1-1. Mo Casino. Darjeeling Bromac back on the inside. Out wider Soldier, then Party Rage. Back on the inside, You Better You Bet. Wainaro Mara 3 wide with cover. 7 lengths off the lead. 400 left to go. Further back in the field then to Ultima Kayla and Rio Grande back straight quarter. 30 and a half. Stunning Shadow in the Mac attack. Todd McFarlane to come for home. The Deafners come out. Tassie's Devils there to challenge with Mo Casino and Snow Raker. Stunning Shadow sent for home. Tassie's Devil, Snow Raker, Mo Casino, and then Party Rage. Stunning Shadow coming strongly now as Mo Casino back on the inside. Snow Raker, Mo Casino, Snow Raker through on the passing lane. Mo Casino, Snow Raker. Zach 3 for 3. Mo Casino beats out Snow Raker, Stunning Shadow, Party Rage, and Tassie's Devil. Then came Soldier, Wainaro Mara. Ultima Kayla back in the field as to You Better You Bet. They were followed in by Darjeeling Bromac back in the field then to Rio Grande, and the last across Chainsaw 321.9. 28.2 was the final quarter and 58.7 for the final 800 metres. Zach Butcher goes back to back to back, remains unbeaten at the park for the new season. And this one for the Reid McMullen team. Lovely drive. Managed to get into the 1-1 as Snow Raker got down onto the leader's back with 900 to go around the stables corner the final time. Stunning Shadow boxes on well for a third. It'll be a photo for fourth. We've got Tassie's Devil still there and Party Rage. It's pretty tight there for the fourth prize in the tie night here at Alexandra Park. The 16th of September. Bookings on 0963 111 65.
Official placings race 3, tie night at Alex Park on the 16th of September mobile pace. 13, 9, 10, 12, 11, 3. 13, 9, 10, 12, 11, 3. Horse 13, Mo Casino, paced the 2,700 metres in 3:22.02. Mile rate of 2 minutes, 0.4. Last 858.7 and the 428.2. The margins are long neck, 3/4 of a length, 1 length. 13, 9, 10, 12, 11, 3. All official race 3. Tie night at Alex Park on the 16th of September. Mobile pace.
Mo Casino back at the head of the field. DT Kells, R.R. Gibbons, the owners and breeders of the Bitters Delight 4-year-old Bay Entire out of Mo Cullen. Win 2 at start. 8 first win here under the ribbon of light at Alexandra Park. Stephen Reid and Simon McMullen, the preparers out of Pukekohe. And Zach Butcher gets the first 3 races for season 2016-17 here at Alexandra Park. Mo Casino, nice win of the tie night here at the park on the 16th of September. 9 Snow Raker second. Got to go Cullen 5-year-old Bay Gelding out of Flamingo Queen. JH along with Mrs. P.R. Butcher, M. Lai and M. Andrews the owners. Adrian Matthews trained at Waiuku. J. Abernathy and 10 Stunning Shadow. Shadow Play Dunbeath 5-year-old Bay Gelding for R.D. Ashworth, G.V. Gill and S.A. Ashworth. David and Claire McGowan trained at Pukekohe and Todd McFarlane was in the sulky. 13 Mo Casino, $2.60 the win, $1.70 the plays, $2.60, $1.70. 9 Snow Raker, $3.50, $3.50. And 10 Stunning Shadow, $2 even, 2 even. Quinella, $22.70, $22.70. Trifecta, $124.30, $124.30. 13, 9, 10 and 12 in the first 4, $322.10, $322.10. And the Zach Butcher opening treble for the new season, 1-4-13, Spring Campaign, Killer Queen. And now Mo Casino, that returns $17.60, $17.60. Race 4 on the card tonight for the Square Gators over 2,200 metres. The Smith & Partners Handicap Trot will open the middle treble on the program this evening. We take out number 2, Natural, 3 Inky Row and Andre Potama, 451.50. The early favourite over 11, Lucky Fortune, and Andrew Neal at 561.69. George and Todd McFarlane, 692.90. 1 Laugh and Cry, Morris McHenry, 944.40, and St Michelle, number 5, Brent Mangos at 950 and 410. The second of our Can-Am Construction Dual Sulky events. The runners are making their way out onto the track.
Out of the equation. Thought she had a chance really from box 5 last week when third behind Timid Turtle and Allegro Beatty in the rivals tonight, and of course they ran fast in the Cup Heats in that race of 30 and 16, but she's got no excuses tonight, I don't think, Elizabeth, and she's been teasing us for a while, and I really think Swiftly Chloe needs to deliver off the 1 tonight.
Yeah, I'd really like to see her going a good race because we know that she has talent, and it'd be good to see her getting a race, getting a clear run where luck doesn't sort of enter into the equation. But for Allegro Beatty, I think she'll make her own luck out in front. I put her on top. Box 4, I don't think that's going to be any concern for her here, Mark.
No, she's jumping consistently well on this track. Of course, she was 5th at Monaco the other day. That's forgivable, just given the nature of the race and the different track, of course. She's down a kilo, or she was up most of a kilo last week, so she's back fairly much to where she was here last Friday, behind Timid Turtle, and she's jumping well and she's drawing to the left, and she doesn't mind who she crosses, so she's racing really well. The dog who's fascinating here, Elizabeth, is the 6, Mr. Mays, because he's out of a Group 1 stayer, but he's stepping up to the middle distance for the very first time. But, gee, he's been running some cracking races across at Manawa 2 over the short trip.
I've got to say, I actually initially had him on top. I paid share with him crossed down. I've relegated him back to 4th, but I thought he was a really good chance. He's won 2 of his last 3, stepping up over more distance, but obviously bred to see out the 520 metres. The way that he hits the line, I thought that he could certainly handle it here. And the other one who I quite like, number 3, Nitro Mary, who of course this time a year ago was a finalist in the Wanganui Cup. She fell last start when she was right up there. She pulled up with muscle pain and when having the vet check, but I thought, obviously confidence could be a slight issue, but number 3, Nitro Mary, $6 with the book, not the worst. My numbers 4, 3, 1 and 6 here in race number 6.
And I went 1, 4, 6 and 5 and had Nitro Mary in next. She won in 30-33 back. Not quite as reliable a beginner as she was, but she still can ping on her day. Should be some speed from the 5, Big Wonder here as well. And she managed to cross from the 8. She does cut to the left as well. She can follow across Allegro Beatty here and could be in it for a long way. Big Wonder for Marie Gowan. Panda Ring out wide, steps up to the Class 2. Can also get up on the pace, but does meet a significantly better field here. And the 2 Corborns, Corborn Foxy and Corborn Jazzy for Matt Roberts. Look, they're not the worst dogs going round it. It's a pretty talented field of Class 2s. And to the bulks as we go, race 6, the Aon CPF Class 2 over the 520 metres. Favourite off the inside, that is Swiftly Chloe. Box 3 for Nitro Mary. Gold Rug there, Big Wonder, and Panda Ring in 7. Quite a bit of early speed in that front line. Of the odds, the evens to go up. 9 Corborn Jazzy Box 2, Allegro Beatty the blue. Mr. Mays the green and Corborn Foxy the outside. Swiftly Chloe into 230. All the late tote money with the 1. Ready to run.
Racing swiftly, Chloe just a fraction awkward. Allegro Beatty bolts to the lead here. Panda Ring and right out wide here. Corborn Foxy goes up to challenge this leader. So it's Allegro Beatty in front from Corborn Foxy, the outside, and a couple of links away then to Panda Ring. Mr. May starts to move into it. 5 links back then to Big Wonder. Swiftly Chloe not from there. Nor Corborn Jazzy, and back last of all here is Nitro Mary across the top. Working to the front here is Corborn Foxy on Allegro Beatty. The inside for Mr. May's running a race further back to Panda Ring and Corborn Jazzy. Nicely home, Corborn Foxy. Allegro Beatty second, Mr. Mays Bold third, followed back there by Panda Ring. Then Corborn Jazzy, swiftly Chloe, no. Nitro Mary and Big Wonder at the back. Bookies should be having a field day tonight. 30 and 52, 5-10 lead up, 1886 to the second mark. The 8, Corborn Foxy and Matt Roberts. Just its second win at start, 11 on the track, has got across them, has worked past Allegro Beatty, and has gone on to beat that dog. And Mr. Mays, a very good run, first up at 520 metres. Swiftly, Chloe was awkward from the boxes, and she was never, ever in the hunt from there. 2 1/4, 3/4, 3 1/2 lengths. The margins here in race 6 and the numbers 8, 4, 6, and 7. Elizabeth, I know you're in touch with bookie Brendan Burns tonight, and I don't know if he's doing handstands or not, but looking at some of these results, just get the feeling there could be a Christmas bonus on the way.
Mark, it has not been easy. Number 8, Corborn Foxy, back at the head of the field. Congratulations to Matt Roberts. Owned by Stu Dickinson, win number 4 at start, number 25. She's ultra consistent. I thought from box 8 and in this field it might be a wee bit tough, but she's proven us wrong. Corborn Foxy at around $16 on Tote Close takes out race number 6 here at Hattrick Raceway. That result is on its way. It was one of the outsiders of the field, so there should be some very good dividends. 8 Corborn Foxy, $16.90 and $3.90. 4 Allegro Beatty, $2.20 and 6 Mr. Mays, $2.80. 4 and 8 Quinella, $26.80. Trifecta, $576.40. First 4, 8, 4, 6 and 7, $4,332.70. Carry forward of just over $800. Double 4 with $876.70. Concession 4 with $4,730. Treble 548. Another terrific treble dividend, $1,183.80. That was race number 6, and we see a big upset with number 8 Corborn Foxy taking it out at odds of $16.90. Race number 7 will get play 6 underway and also kick off a new TAB double win, also a treble. That's the Wanganui Toyota C3 Sprint. We'll take a look at that market very shortly. It's number 1 Robbins Hood was the $2.70 fixed odds favourite this morning. It's his first time that he's drawn box 1 at his 18th start. Typically draws out wide in box 6 or 7. His last win came here on the 20th of May from box 2 in 17.62. Now up to $2.80 on fixed odds. Number 3, Hujan, is down a bit of weight, $3.20 and $1.30 on fixed odds. I didn't mind number 2 here, Spirit Run, at a wee bit of value. The recent draws 6, 6, 4, 5, 6, 5. Box number 2 here, she's a former open class greyhound and came home very well for second last time out and behind Americano. And 5 Brilliant Ava, I'm looking for some value, $14 and $3.60 on fixed odds. I've actually put her on top. She does downgrade back to C3 Company. It was a nice 4th last starter behind Fatu Trendy, pretty good field, and she is the kind of greyhound who can jump pretty well on her day. $14 and $3.60 on final field. Race 7 time to go at 7:47. We'll be back again before that one.
Thank you very much, Elizabeth. Our next race to go here on the channel is race number 7 out of Mil Jura, 5-star Anvil, formerly here in New Zealand. He is a horse who was competitive at group level here in this country, and since being over there in Australia has done a super job. He is the short-priced favourite in this Class 5 and over mobile, $1.05 and $1.01. Stay with us. TAB Trackside 1 here on this Friday night. We're 2.5 minutes away from the 7th at Mil Jura.
Are your horses muscled up, ready for this season's racing or yearling sales? The Hanley Formula.
And 3:30. And the back markers off 20 metres, 11 Lucky Fortune, Andrew Neal, 7 and $1.10. 12 Lockie Brogden, Nicky Chilcott 43 and 17 and 13 Highland Star Unruly off 20. Robbie Closer 14 and $4 chance. We open the middle treble, $3,500 currently in that treble. Paul, good luck with your bets. We race in 8 minutes time.
Tonight, just the two domestic meetings here in New Zealand from the Alexandra Park Harness and also the Whanganui Greyhounds. $40,000 on offer pick six-wise tonight from Alexandra Park, and then in the quaddie, the same amounts. The late quaddie, $40,000 guaranteed. Before we head back to Alexandra Park for the running of race number 4, we have the 7th at Mil Jura, a 5-star Anvil. Yes, he was the winner of the 2-year-old Open Yearling Sales Series back in 2009. He beat Smiling Shard, Courage to Rule, others in that race, Anvil's best ever, Bodine Christian, $292,000 it was that year, and the 2-year-old Colt by McArdley was back then. 5-star Anvil was victorious on that occasion, driven by Mark Jones. Did most of his early preparation here in New Zealand with Doug Gale and Wendy Williams before Doug took over the sole training rights of his stable. And he won 11 from 62 here and almost $500,000. And since being in Australia, he has made his way up to $732,000 and has won 30 races. Adam Kelly does the training by McArdle. The market would suggest that he's unbeatable here. $1.05 with the book, $1 and money back on the totes. Mil Jura Harness this is, meeting code 22, race number 7. Craig Rail is our caller there this afternoon at Mil Jura. His selections in race number 7. He's playing 9 ahead of 8, 3 and 2.
Moving up, Parisian Ruler drawn in barrier 1. Altana Blue moves up. Road to Rock, just galloping in the early stage of the score up Lismara Shadow. We've got Give Sir a Bone out wider on the track with On a Rocky Beach, Maywin Storm, Mark Tavish, who's got a very powerful finishing burst, and 5-star Amble at $1.10, the long odds on favourite as the gate swings into the back straight. So the starter, Mr. Gretrick's about to let them go. Thanks, Ron. They're just about set. Racing now, and Road to Rock began well. Lismara Shadow began okay. Give Sir a Bone showing speed out wide. Parisian Ruler is close up into the first bend, but Road to Rock will get across and lead. Road to Rock in front from Lismara Shadow. Parisian Ruler on the leader's back, and out 3 wide, Give Sir a Bone. Then Altana Blue, who's up on the outside of Maywin Storm. Mark Tavish third last. 5-star Anvil second last, and On a Rocky Beach went back to the tail end of the field. Give Sir a Bone's out 3 wide, but is going forward. Road to Rock in front. Give Sir a Bone moves up on the outside to be second. In third was Lismara Shadow. On the inside, Parisian Ruler, then Altana Blue, Maywin Storm. Mark Tavish back third last. Matthews makes his move now with 5-star Anvil second last. And last of all, it was On a Rocky Beach. In front, Road to Rock. Into the back straight, leads by a metre. Over Give Sir a Bone second. 5-star Anvil's out 3 wide. Not really hustled forward. He goes up into the third spot quickly though. On the inside, Parisian Ruler. Next one, Lismara Shadow. Then Maywin Storm. Altana Blue, Mark Tavish. And last of all, On a Rocky Beach. First quarter, 30.9. The lead time, 43.1. Road to Rock in front. 5-star Anvil on the outside, second. Third on the leader's back, Parisian Ruler. 1 out, 1 back, Give Sir a Bone. Then Maywin Storm on the inside of Lismara Shadow. Altana Blues back third last. Second last, Mark Tavish. And last of all is On a Rocky Beach. up to the bell, and Road to Rocks in front, leads by 2 metres. 5 Star Anvil second, Parisian Rulers third, then Give Sarah Bone, May Win Storm, Lismara Shadow struggling, 1 out 2 back, trailed up by Altana Blue, next one Mark Tavish, and last of all on the Rocky Beach, next quarter 30.4, 61.3 for the half. Road to Rock in front, leads a metre. 5 Star Anvil on the outside second, Give Sarah Bone third, outside Parisian Ruler, just behind them May Win Storm, then Lismara Shadow, Mark Tavish well back on the back of Altana Blue, and on the Rocky Beach went back to the inside the save ground, off the back straight in 28.7, Road to Rocks in front, joined by 5 Star Anvil on the outside, and they burned away. They're 20 metres in front of Parisian Ruler, to the extreme outside Mark Tavish and Altana Blue. 5 Star Anvil hit the lead at the 100 from Road to Rock in second. A good battle for the Miners, but 5 Star Anvil will make it a 4 out of 4 on this track and wins again. 5 Star Anvil first, Road to Rock second, May Win Storm burst through late round third in front of Parisian Ruler on the Rocky Beach. Out wide Mark Tavish and Altana Blue, then Give Sarah Bone, and last Liz Murray.
Pretty short price, 5 Star Anvil, $1.10 to Mil Jura. Dividends to follow. We're back here at Alexandra Park for race number 4 tonight. This is the Smith and Partners handicap trot for the rating 49 to 69 horses, plus the claimers get to go in, so Moment of Truth gets into this race on the back of that condition. There was a lot of support for Inky Rowe, certainly off the back of its win a couple of meetings ago here at Alexandra Park, where it won by 6. Todd McFarlane drove on that occasion, this mare by Sky Valley, so she's pretty lightly raced. She's 5 and she's only at start number 2 at the races. Driver change here with Andre Potama taking the drive. As Todd McFarlane, he drives the one that he trains in this one. Let's hear from him about the chances of runner number 9, George. George, is this horse's race manners improving? What was the story last time to the races?
Yeah, well, last time fresh up, and I think he was probably just a little bit fresh. He did go super. He was going to be right in the fight at the finish. I trialled him again last weekend, and he trialled up nice. And he's sort of horse on the way up, but I expect him to go well tonight.
That's Todd McFarlane, trainer and driver of the son of Umbro Invasion. Asking what the story was, that it broke twice during the run 2 weeks ago. Did cross the line in 4th, subsequently was disqualified, and then went to that workout last Saturday. But Inky Rowe, $3.20 last night into $3 with the bookmakers. Lucky Fortunes off the 20-metre back marker was $3.60 last night, drifted, but is still the second elect on both fixed odds. In fact, the tote, its third favourite there is support tote-wise around about George to show improvement off the back of the thoughts there of Todd McFarlane. There are your Mil Jura dividends, 9, 3, 7 and 1, as we're only a minute away officially from this one, Aaron White, so we'll head upstairs to you, and you've got Lucky Fortune on top.
I'm going to go the way of Lucky Fortune. Big win this track and trip, 3 starts ago. Beat home Tourbillon by some 8.5 lengths on that occasion. Subsequent runs, the second was good and then galloped late here 2 weeks ago. It was a costly gallop. Andrew Neil to do the driving off the 20 metres has to be very, very hard to beat. 9, yes, I've got George in the mix with Todd back in the car tonight. The Umbro Invasion 6-year-old, as Todd said in the interview there, was going to be right in the thick of things. Did put in an early gallop, lost plenty of ground there, caught the field and was ready to challenge down on the passing lane and rolled into a gallop again. So it was a very, very big run that night by George, albeit him being disqualified. Inky Rowe has to be considered after what was a very good debut victory back on the 22nd of July, the Sky Valley mare out of Scoozy Boys. This has been a very, very good family for Claire McGowan. And we'll put in the 5 Saint Michelle. His workout form's been good. The Sundon 6-year-old, Brent Mangos back from holiday. He gets in the cart. Manners will be the key, but if he does step away, Saint Michelle can certainly get some of this, and punters say so also at $7.40 and $2.90. 11, 9, 3 and 5 for me here, Mark, to open the middle treble on the card tonight.
Thanks, Aaron. Yeah, good to see Brent Mangos back, and good to see Saint Michelle back as well, looking for its fourth win at the park. Start that again. 4th win at the park, 2nd win around Alexandra Park, fresh up today, the son of Sundon. Saint Michelle was a workout winner a couple of weeks ago here and ran 2nd in last week's workout and behind.
Last Laugh and Cry comes forward with Inky Row and Larch and St Michelle. They're off the front tape. Winners Shout, Tourbillon, Little Bro and George, and Moment of Truth off 10. Off 20 metres, Lucky Fortune, Lockie Brogden, Highland Star. Barrier Strands release. Square Gators is sent on their 2200 metre journey, and the Smith and Partners. Inky Row makes a nice beginning. Larch is up there, Laugh and Cry. They're followed then by Little Bro. Out wider is Moment of Truth. Off stride is Winners Shout in behind. They're followed by Tourbillon and a clump of horses as they head around the stables corner first time. Then Little Lucky Fortune, the showy chestnut, drives underneath St Michelle. They're followed Lockie Brogden. George is back in the field. There followed Highland Star. And Winners Shout, as it did in its debut. Northern Runners galloped and out of commission. Now galloping into the back was Inky Row, is scooting around runners as Moment of Truth. Larch and back on the inside then to Laugh and Cry. Out wider is Little Bro. There followed then back over on the inside as they trot down to the 1500 metres was Tourbillon. 48 and 2 was that lead up time. There followed by Lucky Fortune as Inky Rose galloped out of commission. And they're followed by Lockie Brogden. St Michelle back in the field, 2 lengths George, and there followed Highland Star. And Inky Row has galloped too far now. It's well out the back, and back there too Winners Shout. So they work into the lane, a lap and a quarter left to go in the Smith and Partners trot, and the opening quarter cut out in 30.8. And the leader, Moment of Truth, leads by a couple. Now Laugh and Cry's gone for a gallop. That's going back towards the tail enders. Larch is in the trail for the Chief David Butcher. They're followed by Little Bro at stablemate St Michelle. Strides up with purpose out 3 wide now around the stables corner final time. Then Lucky Fortune as George has galloped on the stables corner. Tourbillon's 3 back on the markers. 3 lengths away Lockie Brogden, Highland Star. I say there the winning chances. The other quartet for me couldn't win. 800 to go. 30 and 7 was the next quarter, and a Moment of Truth leads by a length and a half from St Michelle the outside of Larch, and in the 1-1 Little Bro. Torby on the inside, then Lucky Fortune a couple of lengths away to Highland Star on the inside of Lockie Brogden. 500 to go, and Moment of Truth, the now 14-year-old son of Sundon, will turn off the back. He's gunning for win 29 tonight, and would you believe it, it would be his first over 2200 metres. He's travelling nicely for Salish. St Michelle right there, and then came Larch, and out wide a Lucky Fortune getting around Little Bro, and then Tourbillon. Moment of Truth, St Michelle swing together. Larch passing lane, Little Bro, Lucky Fortune to the outside. St Michelle goes to the lead. Here's Lucky Fortune though, striding home with power. They're followed by Little Bro and Larch on the passing lane. Lucky Fortune, the showy chestnut, rips away for Andrew Neal. Gets a Smith and Partners trot in good fashion, very tight second. I say Little Bro may be just in front of Larch. St Michelle might go down 2 noses into 4th. It's a photo though. They were followed then by Moment of Truth. Further back was Tourbillon, Highland Star, Lockie Brogden. Back in the field was George. They were followed then by Inky Row. Back there too was Laugh and Cry, and Winners Shout to be the last, and 248.8. We'll trim that up with the 20 metre back mark. 29.8 was the final quarter. Nice win here, Lucky Fortune, back into the winner's circle tonight. Bryland Boys, 6-year-old, wins 7 at start 37. Second over will be Little Bro. Maybe its stablemate St Michelle will just get that third prize here with Larch back on the inside, but particularly close there, 3rd and 4th. Little Bro definitely second, and then came a Moment of Truth, Lucky Fortune, Too Good, and the Smith and Partners handicap trot.
Official placings, race 4, the Smith and Partners handicap trot. 11, 8, 5, 4, 10, 7. 11, 8, 5, 4, 10, 7. Horse 11, Lucky Fortune, trotted the 2,200 metres from a stand and a handicap in a net time of 2:47.3. It's a mile rate of 2:2.4. Last 858.9, the 429.8. The margins 2 3/4 lengths, a head, a half head. 11.85, 4.10.7, all official, race 4, Smith and Partners handicap trot.
Lucky Fortune wins 7 tonight at start 37 and a 6th of victory here under the ribbon of light at Alexandra Park. Andrew Neal, the owner, Andrew and Lynn Neal, the trainers out of Cambridge, and Andrew and the sulky to come back at the head of the field. Murray Goldsworthy down there, one of our race night stewards of the Auckland Trotting Club, part of the victory celebrations, along with Smith and Partners director Peter Smith. And nice win by Lucky Fortune here in the 4th on the card. Bred by the Timses, Mrs. RG, along with BR, a Bridland Boys chestnut 6-year-old gelding out of How's Lucky, will score in the 4th. 8 Little Bros, Sundon, Zazette, 6-year-old bay gelding, TR Vince, HJ Cullen, the owners, Brent Mangos trained at Pookie and Hayden Cullen, at stablemate 5, St Michelle, just 3rd, Sundon, Miss Cadenza, 6-year-old bay gelding, TR Vince and Mrs. DJ Mangos, the owners, Brent Mangos, the trainer-driver from Pukekohe. Totes will see 11. Lucky Fortune return $4.30 the winner, $1.60 the place, $4.30 into $1.60. 8 Little Bro, $3.70, $3.70. 5 St Michelle, $2.50, $2.50. Quinella, $34.70, $34.70. Trifecta, $240.90, $240.90. And the first 4, $3,166.40, $3,166.40. 13 and 11 in the double. Mo Casino Lucky Fortune returns $15.20, $15.20. 13 and 8 concession with Little Bro, $12.60, $12.60. Now there is a carry forward in the first 4 with it being partially struck through to race number 5 of $1,361. $1,361. Jackpots into the first 4 to race 5. 5th on the card tonight, the contingent handicap pace over the 2,700 metres to open the $40,000 fast track pick 6, a double in place 6. And Aliente, $1 the win. Money back the place on the tote at this stage. She was a dominant victor here 3 weeks ago. Zach Butcher doing the driving for Barry Purdon. Liberty Sticks number 1, 18 and 470. The 5 Hootie Haxwell, 21 and 8. 2 Hank Bromack, 21 and 5. First home number 4, 22 and 750. The 5th is time to go at 1 minute after 8 o'clock in 20 minutes time. Good luck with your $40,000 fast track pick 6 investments tonight.
Still kicking and doing it extra well, in fact, getting away the girl. And Shandell will skip away the prize here. Second in comes Jazz Boy Jack. A third, who that boy might have just grabbed to Gambo.
That is exactly what Shandell can do, and like if she jumps like that tonight, I don't think that anything will be able to beat her. Shandell, and we can see her record there. It's just remarkable. 59 starts, 29 wins, 18 placings. She's won nearly $178,000 in stakes money. The Magambo Tegan litter has been somewhat of a revelation for Arch Lawrence, and well, as we can see also from the littermate Team Maria, who we'll look at very shortly. But Shandell, Arch was also saying, you know, obviously she will be aided by that vacant box to her inside. Can't catch Tim, who I do have on top here, but I did struggle to separate the 3 of them. I can't catch Tim actually beat home this pair when he took out the Group 1 New Zealand Stayers Cup at the end of June at Addington. Here's a replay of that run.
Gold Star Jagger, Tear Maria along the rail, and up there handy enough is Gold Star Avery. They come to the corner. They're followed 3 lengths back by No Worth. Now further back there we go. Willis back in the inside of Power Buckseye. Shandell can't win. It's back at the tail of the field. On the bend out of the straight now. Can't catch Tim. Now Tear Maria's run to second. Looks a huge chance. 3 lengths away Gold Star Jagger. A couple further back Gold Star Avery. They're followed by Willis. 4 to Shandell. Well back No Worth. Back at the tail of Power Buckseye on the corner. Can't catch Tim, the leader. Team Maria's trying to pick it up. Up they come. Can't catch Tim. 2 in front. It's going to hold out Team Maria. And 5 lengths away, Gold Star Jagger. Shandell got into a play.
As you can see, they can't catch Tim out in front. Probably like to see him adopting these tactics in the final today. Can't catch Tim to begin with that winning chance, but sort of really just coming into his for at the moment. I spoke to Ray Adcock during the week. He said that his preparation makes him a good chance, and he said that he's sort of runs best when he is free of other greyhounds. He was also saying he's a complete handful, does have to box first away. Catching up with Graham Tapiki earlier on as well, he was reiterating that a real handful, this greyhound. He said that only himself and one other person can sort of handle Can't Catch Tim, just given what the greyhound is like in terms of nature. Te Maria, this one is the Wanganui distance final here, winning back on April the 29th. We'll check out a replay now of this run.
Getting out best was Can't Catch Tim and comes across here on Te Maria, followed through there by Lagoon Mai Tai and Jazz Boy Jack. Big Red Chev's got back tonight. Chandel is well back on the inside, just the outside of that Hip Hop Sophia and Thrilling Evie. Into the straight they come. Can't Catch Tim leads us for the lap to go. Te Maria sits pretty about 3 lengths back, another 3 back then to Jazz Boy Jack. Lagoon Mai Tai's next around. Chandel's working into the race gradually, then Big Red Chev. Hip Hop Sophia can't stay with him, and nor can Thrilling Evie. Down the back goes Can't Catch Tim. Te Maria Might looms up the outside, couple of lengths away to Jazz Boy Jack running a race. 3 lengths away Chandel, she's coming, might be too late. Further back the others headed by Lagoon Mai Tai and Big Red Chev. Te Maria swept to the lead on the corner and dashes away to score. Chandel ran to second, reverse Quinella from last year. Third to go by was Can't Catch Tim. Brave.
That was a terrific performance there by Te Maria. You could see her just stalking Can't Catch Tim, who once again adopted those front-running tactics. But Te Maria too good, finishing over the top here. And that was here at Hattrick, back at the end of April, taking out the Group 1 Wanganui distance. When I did speak to Arch, and we will hear that full interview a little bit later on, I asked him if he could separate Chandel and Te Maria. And he said Chandel's sort of his favourite because of the connection that he's had with the greyhounds, so sort of a personal favourite. But he said if he was looking at it, objectively and realistically, he said they are quite hard to separate. He said box 7 not ideal for Te Maria. And as I say off camera, he said to me that he thought that one of the toughest to beat was going to be Can't Catch Tim. So it's a super race that we do have. That's race number 10, the Meteor OPD Wanganui Stayers final, worth $15,000 over 755 metres. Always a treat to see the Stayers lining up. Up next, we're up to race number 7. This one kicks off play 6, also a TAB double and a TAB treble. Going for some value here. I probably should have done that in the earlier races based on some of the results, but I've gone with number 5, Brilliant Ava, on top. $14 and $3.60 on fixed odds, $12 and $3.70 on the tote. She was 4th last starter behind Far Too Trendy in a pretty good field on the 29th of July. She does downgrade back to C3 Company. She's the kind of greyhound who can jump well, so I didn't mind do too much from box number 5 here. It's number 1, Robin's Hood, who is the favourite. And Mark, you've gone with another one altogether here in race number 7.
Gone with the 3 Hugh Jean here, Elizabeth, but gee, it's been tough thus far. There's a lot to say about the dogs, just on Brilliant Ava, now with Philippa Lammis and Carol Morris, of course, formerly with Matt Roberts, does downgrade. There's a lack of early speed in this race, Elizabeth, which is why I came up with 3 Hugh Jean. The speediest earlier, her and also Another Miss. Brilliant Ava, though, as you say, can jump okay. Did so last time, thought it was beaten for pace and a little bit disappointing after that. Does downgrade though into this field. Got a pretty slow trapper inside, and Kennel Boy was happy to go with Hugh Jean again. She's missed for the last 2 times where she hasn't jumped and tried to cross, and she causes her own problems, Elizabeth, but just get the feeling here she can out-jump the inside too. Definitely Kennel Boy. Not much speed apart with Tomo. Funky Freddy prefers the other side of the track, although you can actually see him getting into the top half of the field early, and Another Miss, as we know, has got that early speed. So really just banking on Hugh Jean. Last time she had a crack, Elizabeth, last week from box 5, she actually stepped okay. Then she got bumped and then she jammed. It was her own fault, really. But the key to her is obviously out jumping those around her. Elizabeth, Robin's Hood's the interesting runner here because he could just stand there and miss it. Spirit Run's not going to come down on him though, so there's, you'd think, room to move, and he comes in fresh, although he is starting to ease in the market.
I've got to be honest here, I didn't have Robin's Hood in 4. It's the first time that he's drawn box 1, and when you look at his box statistics, he typically draws in box 6 or 7. His last one was here on the 20th of May from box 2 in 1762. He was just fairly away that day. He's not the quickest of beginners, which makes me a little bit concerned about box 1. Spirit Run, I gave a really good chance here too. 650 fixed, 930 the tote. She's come in a touch, 750 on final field. When you look at her recent draws, 6, 6, 4, 5, 6 at 5. She's a former open class greyhound and she has a big finish on her.
Yeah, she worries me a fraction just in that she uses a bit of the track, Elizabeth, but you certainly can't rule her out. She's got me a few times at Manawatu and I've let her go, and the way things are going tonight, well, that would be a bad thing to do. Certainly got their talent to win. Kennel Boy's back with the Angela Turnbull team, last start winner at Cambridge, and the last time this dog was on the track, he powered from the back to win a Class 1 final in a pretty good time, but he does give them all a start. Race 7, Wanganui Trader Class 3 Sprint, place 6 starting here along with a double and a triple. They're going forward quickly. Hugh Jean's gone tote favourite, $3.40. There's money about for the 1, but it's easing. That's Robin Zahud ready to run. Racing, Hugh Jean starts to accelerate with another misses, followed through there by Brilliant Ava, getting away nicely. Kennel Boy's handy enough round the outside. A par with Tomo, Funky Freddy trying to get around them. Robin Zahud too far back, so Spirit Run. Hugh Jean's on again today. Kicks clear by 4 lengths, although Kennel Boy starting to cut it down further back to Funky Freddy. 3, 4 and 7. Fourth to go by was the 6, a par with Tomo. Followed through by Brilliant Ava, died on that good beginning. Behind that, Robin Zahud was never a factor. Another miss was checked at the first bend, and Spirit Run copped a bit of that. Hugh Jean, 17 and 71, picked the jump tonight, stayed underneath another miss, who got castled at the first bend. Another miss as a few dogs came underneath, and then Spirit Run, who was at the back, cannoned into the hind quarters of another miss. Very awkward round the corner was Robin Zahud getting up on the heels of Brilliant Ava. That took the sting out of her, but Hugh Jean was away and has delivered here over the 4 Kennel Boy. 7 Funky Freddy to 3rd, 4 and 6 another, a par with Tomo 4th. Early speed here had the 3 and the 8, and the 3 was just able to accelerate, clear and score. Moderate enough time, but the others just weren't in the hunt, and a few of them back in the pack got a bit of trouble, as you expect back there. 3, 4, 7 and 6. 2.5 lengths, 3.5 lengths, and 1.25 lengths have been the margins. Hugh Jean by Magic Sprite out of Delusionist for Sarah Voice and Mark Lynn. Sarah Voice trains with the dad Gary Ross. Win number 6 at start number 14. 7-second lead up and a 10.71 run home. Good enough here, Elizabeth, in race 7.
Nice stopping, Mark. You're back here in race number 7. Number 3, Hugh Jean does the job. Well done to Gary Ross and Sarah Voice. Sarah co-owns with Mark Lynn. Win 6 at start number 14. She was clear out in front, a wee bit of trouble in behind, but she's done the job very well. 4 Kennel Boys hit the line strongly for second. There's that result. 3 Hugh Jean, money late on the tote, 291.80. 4 Kennel Boy, 260, and 7 Funky Freddy, 220. 3 4 Quinella, $20.10. Trifecta 347, 239.10. First 4, 3, 4, 7 and 6 pays $983.70. That was race 7 on the programme. Just a note, also coming up in the last today, we do have a late scratching. Dinah Quirk is scratched in the last. He was in with a definite chance. Brendan Burns, the bookie, tells me that there will be an 11% win deduction in the last with Dinah Quirk. A late scratching. We're building up ever closer to our big races. Race number 8 on the programme is the Wanganui Chronicles C3 over 5 at 20 metres. Number 7, Timmer Turtle, looking to remain unbeaten here in New Zealand. $1.90 on fixed odds and $2 on the tote. Lisa Rahun having a great night, and Timmer Turtle does look the one to beat. 3 Pedal Sonnet, it was a big run for 4th last time out. $9.10 on fixed odds, and 1 Lonesome Nitro, who actually won the Wanganui Cup this time a year ago, $6 and $1.70 on fixed odds. Race 8 gets underway at 12 minutes past 8 o'clock, and of course race number 9 on the programme is our feature, the Maibo Vet Collection Group 1 Wanganui Cup. And we'll look ahead to race number 9, where 1 No Decision is the favourite, and Brendan Burns, the booking, telling me earlier on that was where the money was coming. $3.50, $1.35 on fixed odds, $4.30 and $2.60 on the tote. Speaking to Gary Cleavey earlier on, we heard that interview. You know, he's more than happy with box 1. He said he's just going to have to use it like he did at Forbury Park a couple of starts ago. 2 Timmy Trumpet at $3.80. 4 Miss Eldora into $4.50. Do have her on top. I just think she might be able to do a repeat of last week, and essentially a repeat of the Group 1 New Zealand Futurity, what she did back in May. We're going to take a look at the heat replays now. The first of these heats taken out by Dirk the Jerk, who led them throughout of box 1.
Shackley out in the midfield gets jammed up as Flying Merkle comes across, and Dirk the Jerk comes off the rail. Dirk the Jerk leads comfortably though from Corborn Midget and Corborn Christie, and now No Decision wheels around the outside. Flying Shackley's in a spot of bother here. Sheamus gets underneath her. Thrilling Boris is well back, and Flying Merkle back with that after causing the initial carnage. It's Dirk the Jerk freewheeling in front by about 4 lengths here on Corborn Christie. No Decision trying to wind up a wee bit far away. Sheer misses next around, is followed through there by Corborn Midget, and Opawa Shackley. Dirk the Jerk in front and will last second. Ooh, tight. It's Corborn Christie the inside, or No Decision rushing
A really nice one there by Dirk the Jerk. There was a fair bit of trouble in that heat, and Dirk the Jerk was fairly untouched off box 1. We'll hear from Jason Dunn prior to race number 8, where he also has Country Crossing lining up, and he was saying Dirk the Jerk, different story from out wide for him. He is going to find it harder to lead from out wide, but if he finds the front, that's going to be the key for him in the race. But he's travelled up well and he's come through the race well from last week. Now, the second of the heats, this is where we saw a very, very big upset. It was taken out by Ebert Bale for Craig Roberts.
There now, racing. Timmy Trumpet astride slow, and our Gypsy came down on top of him, and Scusi's got plenty of room to move, and so's Opawa O'Grady hunting forward. Now Timmy Trumpet crashes into Opawa O'Grady, so we go back to the top here, and the leader is Scusi. Right on its tail is our Gypsy, the kennelmate. 3 lengths away to Ebert Bale, sneaking underneath Timmy Trumpet, who's still just third at the moment. Opawa O'Grady's back behind them. Corborn Cook's Majestic Action, and Yaps Me Mum, no chance from the back. Our Gypsy trying to sneak through on the inside around the corner on Ebert Bale, who bursts into the clear, and Timmy Trumpet down the outside. Then Scusi, Ebert Bale takes heat 2 from Timmy Trumpet. I think's got up for second, and that would be a
huge upset there by Ebert Bale. I was in touch with Craig Roberts earlier on in the week. He said that Ebert Bale isn't the best travellers, and it took him a couple of days to come right again after that. But he said both Ebert Bale and Corborn Christie are both now great coming into the final tonight. Ebert Bale, big upset last week. I think he might need a wee bit of trouble to feature tonight. But that being said, we saw Miss Eldora at sort of odds of $30-something taking out the Group 1 New Zealand Futurity back in May. And speaking of Miss Eldora, she took out the third of the heats in the quickest time, 30:19. Here she is winning off box number 2.
The inside, Miss Eldora springs to the lead. Carver Blues going across quickly out wide, and Jojo getting nice and handy around the first bend. Also trying to squeeze through on the inside here would have been Corborn Brick as they race into the back. Followed back in the piece here by Berridale Lad, who's got back. A couple got run off Ace Bale and Ready-Made Size. Miss Eldora by 3 lengths at the moment from Carver Blue. Right there too is Nangar Star. Back and behind these runners, Corborn Brook the inside. Jojo getting around that, then Berridale Lad. Down they come. Miss Eldora comfortably from very tight. Jojo pushed through the inside, might have nosed out.
So a really nice one there by Miss Eldora. It's the same tactics that she adopted when she won the New Zealand Futurity. She jumped straight to the front and they struggled to catch her. And I think if she does that again today, she's going to be tough to beat. In terms of greyhounds who can finish over the top, you've got the likes of No Decision, you've got the likes of Timmy Trumpet, who, as Karen Walsh was saying, can really put his foot down. But Miss Eldora, I think she's sort of one of the most underrated greyhounds going around, because she won that heat convincingly, and she won it in the quickest of the 3 heat times, Miss Eldora, and she's currently paying $4.50 on fixed odds. But it's a very strong Group 1 race that we do have coming up. It's a tough race to try and sort out from a punting perspective. I suppose that's been the bit of the theme of the night here at Hattrick Raceway, but really looking forward to seeing how it unfolds. That Group 1 feature tonight, that'll be race number 9 at 8:37, and it also kicks off that late quaddie with the $2,500 quaddie carry forward.
You're looking forward to that, and plenty for punters on offer tonight with that $40,000 pick 6 at Alexandra Park, not too far away. The $40,000 guaranteed late quaddie at Alexandra Park, and also that carry forward into the late quaddie there at Whanganui. The first leg of pick 6 through from Alexandra Park is only 5 minutes away. The contingent handicap pace, Mark Cookson. The favourite of 20 metres is $1.90 and $1.05. Zach Butcher looking for another there tonight.
Yeah, he's been Mr. Consistent so far tonight, Matthew, and at this early stage of the season, equal top of the Drivers' Premiership. Race number 5, he drives Aliante here, which is the class horse of this field. $1.90 with bookmakers, in from $2.10 the price for this horse last night. And just checking through, yep, Zach is looking to remain unbeaten. Didn't have a drive in that previous race, race number 4, but he drives here Aliante, who will return $55 in the TAB quaddie. I think I spent $64. The next quaddie, that $40,000 guaranteed quaddie, as Matt mentioned, it's not going to be easy the final couple of legs for sure, the maiden pace and the maiden trot. First leg, Aliante hopefully will get us through, and get us through the quaddie as well for that skinny $55 return. Second leg, 6, 7 and 8 in that one, narrowed it down to Cool Cobber. Harry Soul, who's got to overcome the 45 metres, same with the resuming One Over the Moon, who was dominant last winter, and looks like it's heading south again for some more trotting features, as well as a Stud Career, leg number 3, 1, 4, 8 and 10. Zach Maguire heading those picks better than night, looking to step up tonight in class. Mr. Euroman's consistent. Bronze Over, outside of the front for John and Josh Dickey. It's won its last couple. And number 10, Major Ben, can't leave that out, of course. 3 starts ago, ran second to Heaven Rocks in a Harness Jules, formerly with Mark Purden and Natalie Rasmussen, now with Mark's brother Barry. Race number 8 tonight, 3 and 6, trying to narrow it down before we go to these wider legs. Natural, consistent its past 3, and a Cougar's Son, a workout winner from last week. And then the tough legs, the MR Pace, bit of a minefield to work out that one. 5, 6, 7 and 8, pretty much half the field there, over half the field. And then the last 7 horses trying to go as wide as possible in that one, and tried to steer away from taking the field to give us a $180 spend there. So that's a quick look at the pick 6, $40,000 in that pool. Race number 5 here tonight. We need to hear from Tony Herlihy. First time we'll hear from him tonight. Of course, we'll hear from him about to Win Over De Moon, who's come to him from the training with Paul Nairn, with Paul busy over in Australia at the moment with his campaign. But in this race, Tony has Liberty Sticks, where Todd McFarlane will take the drive, and he will be sitting behind the Butterworth Racing Syndicate, Gelding and Hank Bromack. Tony, 2 runners in race number 5 tonight. Liberty Sticks, the first one, running on last week off the mobile, returning to the stand tonight.
Yeah, I think she might have won her last stand or got money in her last stand, so she's usually fairly good like that. The only thing is it's a jump up in class. She's been racing the grass track horses in the last few starts, which has been great for her, and this is a step up. It'll sort of see what we do with her after this.
And Hank Bromack, where's he going to figure tonight?
Yeah, well, he's had a couple of stands and stepped decent both times, and he's a pretty honest big horse, and he should go another honest race with a bit of luck. He should be right there.
Your pick of the 2?
Well, you would think Hank Bromack, but Liberty's such a good trying little mare, and she's been racing really good, but it is a step up in grade, like I said, yeah.
So you'd say he's leaning towards Hank Bromack. He'll be sitting behind that gelding at start number 25 for Hank Bromack tonight, searching for win 6, whereas Liberty Sticks is at start number 45 tonight. And that might help you when you're sorting out the numbers, albeit a small field around the hot favourite here, which is in shot. She is the mare by Bettor's Delight out of Splendid Dreams, and she's won the 6 from 24 with the 7 minor placings. Numbers around her for that first 4 carry forward, and that pool is building nicely. 7, 3, 2 and 4 for me. I like a damn good excuse for second. It's been running some nice races. Did make the blot on the copybook from its recent racing 2 starts ago at Cambridge, but the wins either side have been very good down there, and has been a winner around the park before, raced by the Hayneses and trained by John and Josh Dickey. Josh is in the bike. Aaron White, upstairs to you. First leg of tonight's pick 6.
Yeah, the contingent handicap pace for me, and Aliante clearly on top, running for a performance incentive bonus. Red Hot Zach Butcher in the card, $1.50 and $1. She's come into $1.70 now with the bookies, so trimming up all the time with the bookmakers. No such thing as a racecourse certainty, but she comes pretty close. She was off a 20-metre handicap when last produced 3 weeks ago, beating home Arden's Choice. So that's good enough for me. 2, Hank Bromack. Comes out of that same race, Hank Bromack. He was 4th and behind Aliante. Tidy enough run. He starts off the front as opposed to 10 metres, so he does get a 10-metre advantage from when these two last met. He was over the 1,700 metres last time, just out-sprinted there in behind New Year's J. The 1, Liberty Sticks, she goes all right off the stand. 2,700 metres should suit a chance for your Quinella trifecta in first 4 investments and first home. He operates well over the 2,700 metres, another one to be considered for combination bets, but clearly on top, Aliante here for me for the first leg of the fast track pick 6. The contingent handicap pace, follow these dances, the contingent 2017 on Facebook, a 20 strong talented dance group. They're 13 years old, and they're trying to get to Los Angeles to perform at Disneyland. So they're dancing a couple of times here tonight, Mark, and follow them on Facebook and maybe give them a helping hand too across to LA.
Excellent stuff. It'll be good to see them in Anaheim, where certainly those choreographed dance moves over there at Disneyland, they can never put a foot wrong, those performers over there, if you've been there. Anyway, they're about to step up. Best of luck for your pick 6s tonight.
Yeah, thanks, Mark. The contingent handicap pace, the first leg of the 40k fast track pick 6. We open a double and also place 6 at carry forward in the first 4 here too. Hurdy Haxwell just tried to charge the barrier strand, so we'll turn around again here for Jay Abernathy. In fact, starter Frank Phelan's asked all runners to circle again. Liberty Sticks and Hank Bromack, the two stablemates off the front. Blue cap aboard Liberty Sticks for Todd McFarlane. Hank Bromack and the Iceman's a white cap. A damn good excuse, and first home off Unruly Draws off the front tape. Hurdy Haxwell and Vibuti off 10, both on Unruly Draws off the 10 metre mark, and Aliente, the race favourite, back off the 20 metres. $1.60, $1.20 for the Bettor's Delight mare, looking for back-to-back successes here under the ribbon of light at Alexandra Park. Zach Butcher gunning for 4 race wins tonight, and looking to remain unbeaten too. Barrier strands release. They're off on their 2 3/4 lap journey, and Hank Bromack's blowing the start here. First home, first out from a damn good excuse and Liberty Sticks. Now Aliente's up to 4th early for Zach, and they're followed by Hurdy Haxwell. Back in the field then on settling was Vibuti, and Hank Bromack. He's given up the early advantage with an early gallop, and he'll settle 8 lengths off the back of Vibuti as they sweep across the showgrounds turn on their first occasion. First home and Scott Phelan with on his back is a damn good excuse, who had the measure of first home at Cambridge last week. Got the back of first home as they work into the lane. They're followed by Liberty Sticks, Aliente and Zach, quite content to sit in with the race favourite at this stage of the journey. They're followed then by Hurdy Haxwell, Vibuti and Hank Bromack. There's no early tempo in the race. The contingent handicap pace 2,700 metres, and they've got 2 circuits to go, 2,000 metres left to run, and first home the Bettor's Delight gelding from a damn good excuse, and Liberty Sticks, Aliente in midfield 4th with Hurdy Haxwell behind her. Vibuti's on the back of Hurdy Haxwell for Ben Butcher, and Hank Bromack the last for the Iceman Tony Hurley. 1,800 metres left to go, and Scotty in first home into the back, leading a little over a length and a half now from a damn good excuse, and 2 lengths away in the field to Liberty Sticks and Todd McFarlane. Aliente, the race favourite, still pacing along in 4th as they continue to run an Indian file. Then Hurdy Haxwell and Jay Abernathy. Lead time 1:29.7. They're followed by Vibuti back second last, the Son of American Ideal, and another Son of American Ideal on its back, and that being Hank Bromack. They sweep across the showgrounds turn again, 1,400 metres out from the judge, and still in front is first home from a damn good excuse, and Liberty Sticks, Aliente. Hurdy Haxwell, Hank Bromack trying to flush runners out ahead. Aliente's about to come away from the markers. Liberty Sticks wouldn't come out in front of her. In fact, might well do. Liberty Sticks. There's a few fun and games heading on behind the leading 2. Vibuti's now getting through on the inside as Liberty Sticks does get away from the markers. 31 and 9 the opening quarter. So that has Aliente 1-1. Hurdy Haxwell on the back of Aliente, and Tony got them all moving but remains last, but in the running line on the back of Hurdy Haxwell. 900 left to go around the stables corner final time, and first home from Liberty Sticks up on the outside of a damn good excuse. Aliente stalks them 1-1 4th around Vibuti. Hurdy Haxwell and Hank Bromack 31 and 4 the next quarter. Into the back goes first home, right on its back. A damn good excuse has had the lovely run in the trail for Joshua Dickey throughout, and up on the outside Liberty Sticks bringing the favourite Aliente right into the contest. Vibuti trapped away, 3 back on the inside. Then came Hurdy Haxwell, the son of Christian Cullen. He's back second last, and the last as they turn off the back, Hank Bromack, 450 left to go. First home from Liberty Sticks up on the outside, the mare by Washington VC. Back on the inside, a damn good excuse, the Live or Die mare. Switch the passing lane. Aliente and Zach now produce. She sprints sharply up onto these leaders. Hurdy Haxwell, Hank Bromack homeward bound. First home Liberty Sticks, Aliente, a damn good excuse. Hurdy Haxwell and Hank Bromack. Aliente strides onto the lead. 100 to go, and greedy Zach Butcher's going to get another one. 4 drives for the new season at the park, and he's won all of them. Second over Hurdy Haxwell flashing home. Then came a damn good excuse. They were followed by first home and Vibuti, Hank Bromack, and Liberty Sticks in 3:29.8. We'll trim it up with the back mark. 56.6, 26.8 was the final 400 metres. Lovely win. She'll pick up a performance incentive bonus tonight to Aliente, the Better's Delight mare. And Zach very kind on her in the home straight here too. Doing just enough to secure the prize. Hootie Haxwell, lovely run up for second. Third across, a damn good excuse in first home to make up the first four in the contingent handicap pace. Everybody will be live in the fast track pick six.
Official placings, race 5, the contingent handicap pace, 753-462. 753-462. Horse 7, Aliente, paced the 2,700 metres from a stand and a handicap in a net time of 3:28.2. Mile rate of 24.1. Last 856.6, 426.8. The margin's 1 length, a half length, 3/4 of a length. 753-462, race 5, the contingent handicap pace.
Aliente gets the performance incentive bonus tonight, as indicated with the fanfare. Wins 6 here under the ribbon of light at Alexandra Park. Her 7th overall success at start 25. Charles Roberts, the owner and breeder of the Better's Delight, Splendid Dream 6-year-old bay mare. Barry Purden trained at Clevedon, and Zach Butcher unbeaten in all 4 starts tonight for the new season here at the park. Zach can do nothing wrong. Maybe we need to send him down to a dance with the contingent between races 7 and 8 here at the park this evening. Rebecca O'Hanlon, Lynette Edwards and a few of the crew there from the contingent down there, part of the victory celebrations. Roger Barnes, race night steward of the Auckland Trotting Club, also in attendance. 5, Hootie Haxwell, Christian Cullen, Warm Soak, 7-year-old bay gelding for second, KN Plowman the owner. Anna Donnelly trained at Cambridge, Jab and Athy, and 3, A Damn Good Excuse, A Live or Die, Sarah's Excuse bay, 5-year-old mare. Oh, and Mrs. I.K. Haynes the owners. John and Joshua Dickey trained at Clevedon, and Joshua Dickey was in the sulky. 7, Aliente, $1.60 and $1.20, $1.60, $1.20. 5, Hootie Haxwell, $5.80, $5.80, and 3, A Damn Good Excuse, no third. Quinella, $20.10, $20.10. Trifecta, $128.20, $128.20. 7, 5, 3 and 4, first 4, $544.80, $544.80. Early quaddie 4, Killer Queen, 13 Mo Casino, 11 Lucky Fortune, 7 Aliente, $55 even, $55 even. First leg of pick 6 leaves 59,217.14 live in pick 6. 59,217.14 live units go through to the second leg of pick 6. That will be the Atlas Concrete Handicap Trot. This one over 2,700 metres. Cool Cobber is the race favourite. Number 6 in Derek Ball at $2.40 money back. 7 Harry Sill and Todd McFarlane, $3.90 and $3.10. 2 Sunset Peak and Ben Butcher, $7.40, $2.70 and 8 1 Over the Moon. Tony Herlihy, $8.90 and $3.50. Race 6 is time to go at 26 minutes after 8 in 14 minutes time.